from up the road, coming in at 10-1, winners of 10 straight. So it should be a challenge tonight for the Trojans. We'll find out just what these two teams are made of in a little while. But we got a bunch of other stuff we can talk about here for a little bit. How you feeling tonight, Austin?
I'm feeling good. Luckily we're dry. This rain, as you talked about, caused havoc among the playoff schedules. A lot of games being moved to tonight. I'm seeing a couple move to Saturday, a couple staying put tomorrow night. So tonight, it's really going to be key that you protect the football. This weather, right now, it doesn't look like it's raining, I don't think. Looks like it's just wet. I think the rain will start back up at some point. And when that happens, you're going to have to, ball security is going to be crucial because whoever turns this ball over could very well lose this game. If you can't control the ball, I think you'll lose this game.
I think so. The Bulldogs coming in, I said 10-1, winners of 10 straight. They're averaging 31 a game and only giving up 10. So this may be the best defense that we've seen this season, especially against this Chase Trojan defense. I think that's going to be a big challenge for this Chase offense to see how good they really are.
Well, they're going to see the best two-man defensive tackle units they're going to see in the entire state playoffs. Robson comes in. The defensive interior is just amazing. First off, you've got David Hobbs, 6'4", 262. He's a four-star defensive lineman. 24/7 Sports has him ranked 96 nationally. He is the 12th ranked defensive lineman in America and the number 2 ranked player in North Carolina. His top 5, he's gotten scholarship offers from all of these. They are Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Auburn. Of course, he had 26 total offers, but those were his top 5. 4 SEC programs in there, including the powerhouses. That's 3 of the top 7 or 8 teams in the college football rankings right now. So obviously he's a good player. For Carolina fans, right now they do have him predicted to choose North Carolina on that list. He's set to commit on November 25th. And then Denos White, I think I'm saying that right, 6'6", 310-pounder. He is a 3-star defensive lineman. He's the 30th ranked defensive lineman in America and the 10th ranked player in all of North Carolina. His top 5 are Florida State, Georgia, Michigan, South Carolina, and Virginia Tech. So that interior, that Bulldog defensive line is going to be something that the Trojans are going to have to deal with all night. Running up the middle could be tough gaining. One matchup I'm really to see is one of these guys is going to line up in front of Reagan McCraney. And I'm excited to see that matchup as they go mano-a-mano. It's a really good test for the Trojans offensive line tonight. That they get a lot of praise, and it's well-deserved because they're able to create holes and run the football very well. But they're going to be tested tonight. And like I said, I don't think they're going to face a tougher two-man interior than what the Bulldogs are bringing in this game tonight.
I'm anxious to see that. And you mentioned McCraney. I was thinking you can't double-team both of these guys, but I think you can take your chances with McCraney on one and then double-team the other one. Maybe Chase will do that as we get into this. I guess we'll take a quick break real quick, hear from one of our sponsors, and then we'll run over what happened in the 4A side of the bracket last week.
Bam! That's the sound of the Chase High Trojans pounding the lines. It's also the call letters of brick and mortar marketing. Based in Rutherford County, BAM LLC is here to serve local retailers, even schools and churches, with on-site event support. With spin-to-win wheels, popcorn machine, our 8-foot inflatables Handy Randy and Barbecue, and MC and Facebook Live video support, BAM LLC can help make your event memorable. And be sure to watch for Bam Bam, the little truck that could, at the Forest City Christmas Parade, Sunday, November 27th. Share your photo of Bam Bam on our Facebook page for prizes. Call 713-9061 today. Go Trojans from BAM LLC.
Let Kohl's Carpet and Floor Covering go to work for you. They offer quality products like Shaw, Mannington, Bruce Hardwood Floors, and many more. They have a great selection of in-stock merchandise to choose from. You always get excellent service and professional installation. Call 828-248-2095. Kohl's Carpet and Floor Covering on Chase High Road in Sandy Mush.
WCAB.
Welcome back to Friday Night Frenzy, Thursday night edition. Not only are we going to kick off earlier on the night, we're also kicking off at an earlier time at 6 o'clock tonight. We'll hit the east side of the 4A brackets here real quick from last week. Hillside defeated Hope County 49-18. Apex over Panther Creek 42-35. Holly Springs defeated Richmond 36-33. That was a double overtime game. Pine Forest defeated Fuquay Varina 21-20. Cardinal Gibbons defeated Knightdale 50-8. Millbrook over Clayton 27-10. Southern Alamance defeated Riverside Durham 28-21. New Hanover over Broughton 45-19. Wake Forest defeated Chapel Hill 42-8. Leesville Road over D.H. Conley 30-27. Cleveland beat Topsail 42-14. Roseville over Overhills 41-16. Pinecrest defeated Laney 42-35. Jordan defeated Jack Britt in an upset, kind of 23-20. Hoggard defeated Heritage 42-13, and New Bern defeated Sanderson 56-14. Any of those stand out? Do we know anything about any of those?
I know that Holly Spring games was a heck of a game. A really good double overtime game to get that started. Like I said, I think Holly Springs, their luck may run out tonight, though. Pine Forest is a really good football team, so be curious to see if they can pull another one out.
That was Holly Springs' first win in the North Carolina playoffs, so that was a big game for them. I guess we'll go over the western side of the bracket. There's some big scores in that side. It's like Grimsley defeated Davie 69-37. It was Charlotte Catholic over Reagan 48-22. Independence over Page 41-13. Olympic defeated T.C. Robertson 21-14. It was Huff, or however you want to say it, 49-0 over Providence. Mallard Creek defeated Audrey Kell 26-14. Mount Tabor knocked off Asheville 28-26. East Forsyth defeated West Forsyth 49-0. Watauga defeated South Iredale 42-13. It was Northwest Guilford over Southeast Guilford 45-20 in a cross-town battle. Weddington knocked off Marvin Ridge 29-19. Cox Mill over Lake Norman 45-33. A.C. Reynolds defeated A.L. Brown 55-14. Julius Chambers defeated Porter Ridge 34-3. Butler over Hickory Ridge 28-21. And Mooresville over Southwest Guilford 47-26.
Tell you one matchup I'm looking forward to is Charlotte Catholic and Grimsley. Charlotte Catholic in its second year playing 4A ball. They dominated 3A for years. Getting a shot at the number one seed tonight. I think they're playing tonight. I think that was one of the games moved up. So that should be a really good showdown.
Yeah, we'll go with the rest of those for tonight. In the 4A brackets, you got Independence against Olympic. That'll be another good game. Huff against Mallard Creek. Mount Tabor playing East Forsyth. Watauga against Northwest Guilford. Weddington and Cox Mill. A.C. Reynolds against Chambers. And Butler against Mooresville. Over on the eastern side is Hillside play Apex. Holly Springs and Pine Forest. Cardinal Gibbons and Millbrook. Southern Alamance and New Hanover. Wake Forest taking on Leesville Road. Cleveland and Roseville. Pinecrest playing Jordan and Hoggard against New Bern. That's some games in the 4A. It started out with 64 down to 32. After tonight, we'll be down to 16.
Yeah, it's dwindling down quickly.
It doesn't take long. Just keep moving on. Weather gets colder. The time's changed now. It's getting darker. And we'll get another quick sponsor in here, and then we'll run over to 3A playoffs after this.
Tanya and Rose at Foothills Family Hardware Store. With over 65,000 items in stock, they offer an extensive fastener section, including metric and chrome. They have outdoor bagged products, a vast assortment of soils and mulches. They also have a variety of locally handcrafted home decor, signs, and gifts for the entire family. Open 7 days a week, a family-owned business at 131 East Main Street in downtown Forest City. Call them at 245-6496. Extra parking is in the back. And Diva the Hardware Dog is anxiously awaiting your visit.
With cold weather coming on strong, it's time to think about getting your fuel delivered on time. Depend on Phillips & Loing Fuel Company. Phillips & Loing Fuel Company can be your cold weather friend with propane, fuel oil, and kerosene delivered when you need it. 2 locations to serve you, 2379 Harris Henrietta Road, Mooresboro, and 421 South Alabama Avenue in Chesney. Phillips and Loring Fuel Company, cheering Chase Trojans on to victory.
WCAB Rutherfordton.
Welcome back. Thursday night edition of Friday Night Frenzy here on WCAB Radio, 590 AM, 100.9 FM. We're going to go over the 3A brackets now from last week's results and tell you who's playing this weekend. Northern Nash defeated Northside Jacksonville 25-7. It was Southern Nash over White Oak 62-26. And another game, it was Vance County defeating West Carteret 28-26. Southern Durham over Richlands 55-12. Triton defeated CB Aycock 53-28. It was Hunt over Smithfield Selma 3-0. That was a good ball game there, I bet. A 3-0 ball game you don't see very often in high school. Jacksonville defeated Rocky Mount 21-17. It was Havelock over Colton 67-7. 71st defeated South Johnston 62-0. J.H. Rose over Cape Fear 44-24. North Brunswick defeated Westover 14-6. Lee County beat Currituck County 41-38 in a close one. Terry Sanford defeated South Brunswick in a high-scoring game 56-36. Scotland over Fike 42-35. Williams defeated Western Alamance 34-20. And Eastern Alamance defeated Franklinton 41-7. Again, that's over on the far side of the state. We don't keep up with it, but I guess we have to start doing that as we go along here. Over on the western side of North Carolina in 3A, we had Kings Mountain defeated St. Stephen's 42-6. It was Smoky Mountain over Central Davidson 41-38. West Charlotte defeated Kramer 40-13. High Brighton beat Southern Guilford 32-27. It was Northwest Cabarrus 17-3 over Ashbrook. Ledford defeated Freedom 41-0. Tuscola over Forest View 35-14. East Lincoln defeated Ashe County 51-6. Oak Grove just got by West Meck 17-12. Crest over Statesville 33-7. Dudley defeated Pisgah 43-5. South Point over Hickory 48-13. Irwin defeated Carson 41-27. It was East Guilford beating Parkwood 56-42 in a shootout. West Rowan 35-7 over Franklin, and West Henderson beat North Davidson 45-28.
Yeah, that's going to set up a pretty. It's going to set up a rematch of the 3A Western Regional Final last year with Dudley and South Point. Dudley absolutely dominated the Red Raiders last year. I think this year Dudley's not as good. South Point's a little bit better. So, hopefully South Point will have a little more success. I think Crest going to Oak Grove. Crest could win that ball game. I know Oak Grove's the 3, but that's a winnable game for Crest. Kings Mountain, I think, rolls through Smoky Mountain. That game's actually being played tomorrow night. Kings Mountain's got a turf field, so, that they have a lot of confidence in their field. I think that West Henderson West Rowan game's another game to highlight. West Henderson's not lost this year. Had to come from behind last week, but they did in impressive fashion. But West Rowan, they've got a running back, and he's good. He's real good. I'll be curious to see how West Henderson fares against the Falcons tonight.
Yeah, they put up 35 against Franklin. So the matchups this weekend are Northern Nash against Southern Nash, Vance County against Southern Durham, Triton playing Hunt, got Jacksonville against Havelock. That's a pretty close game, too, the two schools together. 71st against J.H. Rose, North Brunswick against Lee County, Terry Sanford against Scotland, and Williams in Eastern Alamance. Or on the west side is, like I said, Kings Mountain and Smoky Mountain. That's the Battle of the Mountains there. West Charlotte and High Brighton. Northwest Cabarrus against Leopard, Tuscola and East Lincoln. Oak Grove and Crest, Dudley, South Point, Irwin and East Guilford, and then West Rowan against West Henderson. So some good games on the 3A side of the bracket here in the western side. That should be pretty interesting stuff going on, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take another break real quick. Here are our sponsors, and we'll get to the 1A before we jump over to the 2A, which is where we're at tonight. We'll be back after this.
Isothermal Community College, your career starts here. Want to get into a high-demand field with good pay? Check out our pathways in the fields of healthcare and nursing, public services like EMT and law enforcement, advanced manufacturing, and information technologies. Your dream is our mission. Let us help you find the path. Plus, with the Powers Promise, residents of Rutherford and Polk counties can attend tuition free. For details, call 828-395-4193 or visit isothermal.edu/enroll today.
Robbins Auto Parts is your auto parts headquarters, located at 1891 Harris Henrietta Road in Henrietta. They're your team of professional auto parts dealers for Rutherford County. They have a commitment to serving their customers with the auto parts they need, both new and used. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Visit them today at 1891 Harris Henrietta Road in Henrietta or call them at 828-657-5732. Robbins Auto Parts keeps you rolling.
WCAB.
Welcome back. We're going to talk about the 1A playoff before we jump to the 2A. Give you the scores from last week, if I can find them. Tarboro had a bye. Then Southeast Halifax defeated North Duplin 42-22. Riverside Martin over Pamlico County 62-12. North Edgecombe beat Kip Pride 48-6. West Columbus 47-0 over South Creek. Washington County defeated Gates County 40-20. Northside Pinetown defeated Weldon 42-6. Northampton County over Jones 66-14. Rosewood defeated Chatham Central 44-6. Warren County over Lakewood 32-16. Southside actually had a forfeit over Rocky Mountain Prep, so 2-0 was the score in that game. It wasn't played. Hopton defeated Northwest Halifax 69-28. East Columbus beat Beargrass Charter 28-6. Perkins 34-32 over Wilson Prep. Pender defeated Birdie 22-14, and Northmore over Lejeune 53-7. Over on the east side, we had Eastern Randolph with the bye. They'll meet Mountain Heritage, who defeated South Stokes 42-8. Cherryville got a win last week over Robbinsville 42-8. Cherokee over Starmount, that's kind of an upset, 28-21. Christ the King defeated Avery County 42-13. It was Hayesville 37, Allegheny 22. North Rowan defeated Carver 49-6. Mount Airy whipped North Stokes 72-0. Thomasville over Elkin 55-7. Swain County beat Winston-Salem Prep 26-8. It was drawn over Union County, 66-14. Mitchell defeated South Davidson 72-21. Murphy defeated Albemarle 49-20. East Wilkes over Thomas Jefferson 44-14 for our local school. Mountain Island Charter 16-14 over Bessemer City, and Andrews defeated Highland Tech 77-8. Our matchups now for this week has Tarboro and Southeast Halifax, Riverside Martin against Northern Edgecombe, West Columbus against Washington County, Northside Pinetown against Northampton County, Rosewood against Warren County, Southside and Hopton, East Columbus and Perkins, and Pender and Northmore. West side of the bracket has Eastern Randolph against Mountain Heritage, Cherryville and Cherokee. I think that'll be a good matchup. Christ the King and Hayesville, North Rowan and Mount Airy, Thomasville and Swain County, Drawn and Mitchell, Murphy, East Wilkes, and Mountain Island Charter taking on Andrews. Any of those stick out at you there?
Well, I think Mountain Heritage and Eastern Randolph. I believe they met up last year. I think I don't remember who won that game. Still like Eastern Randolph won it. Mountain Heritage is in a little bit of a down year this year compared to normal years, but they're always a tough out in the playoffs, so they could present some problems for the number one seed, Eastern Randolph.
Winner of that one will get the Cherryville Cherokee games.
And I think Cherryville actually got beat by Robbinsville. I think Robbinsville won that game.
Did they?
I think they won that game, but I think they blew out Cherryville actually.
I thought so too. The score's 42-8. They might have had it backwards on my
probably did. I'm pretty sure Robbinsville won that game. So
I thought they would have too.
That'd have been one of the upsets of the century if Cherryville knocked off Robbinsville.
Yeah, I thought when I saw that it looked kind of odd. Now hit the 2A real quick as getting things ready out on the field. Real quick over on the east side is Princeton over Goldsboro 64-8. Hyde Trask over Eastern Wayne 20-6. Cummings defeated Bartlett Yancey 44-26. Midway over East Carteret 44-35. Northeastern beat Farmville Central 43-19. Wallace Rose Hill defeated Kinston 74-32. Green Central defeated St. Paul's 40-8. It was Nash Central over North Johnson 61-12. Whiteville beat Southwest Onslow 13-3. John A. Holmes defeated Southwest Edgecombe 66-41 in a high-scoring game. West Craven defeated Bunn 37-8. Hertford County defeated East Bladen 40-8. Clinton over Bedingfield 39-18. South Granville over Roanoke Rapids 20-16. James Keenan over Camden County 41-10, and East Duplin beat North Pitt 71-16. The matchups this weekend are Princeton and Hyde Trask, Cummings against Midway, Northeastern against Wallace Rose Hill, Green Central, Nash Central, Whiteville playing Holmes, West Craven playing Hartford County, Clinton and South Granville, and then James Keenan against East Duplin. Now on our side of the bracket here in 2A, Reedsville defeated Madison 76-14. Providence Grove over McMichael 48-14. Chase hit the game you heard here on WCAB over North Wilkes 74-15. Robinson defeated Wilkes Central 22-12 to advance to the night's game. Maiden defeated Polk County 68-33. Mount Pleasant over Walkertown 28-13. Bunker Hill over East Davidson 41-8. Community School of Davidson 20-14 over East Gaston. Burns defeated Moorhead 62-13. Shelby defeated Forest Hill 30-13, setting up a good game. Salisbury over Brevard 28-16. Pine Lake Prep defeated West Stokes 38-20. Monroe defeated North Stanley 56-6. Lincoln over Randleman 37-36. Hendersonville defeated West Lincoln 36-29, and East Surrey over Anson 42-0. That brings our games tonight. Reedsville and Providence Grove, Chase and Robinson, Maiden and Mount Pleasant, Bunker Hill, Community School of Davidson, Burns against Shelby, Salisbury against Pine Lake Prep, Monroe against Union. Monroe is playing Lincoln.
Yes.
And then Hendersonville and East Surrey. So from 64-32 we go. That's where we are right now. So there's some good games here on the western side.
All right, the Hendersonville East Surrey game, that one interests me a lot. I can see Hendersonville getting upset. I think they moved to the night. East Surrey's a team, they like to throw it around. Weather could, cause a problem with that. Hendersonville does too. So, I think that game could be a lot of fun.
I think with the conditions, there's going to be a lot of fun games here tonight. And talked to Coach Cogdell today and asked him, how does this disruption in your schedule affect your team? And he said, well, you just have to move things up a day, dressing out and getting taped up a little bit earlier. And I think the team that is least affected by the change will probably come out on top tonight.
I agree. Real quick, run through our list of sponsors tonight. I'd like to thank Andrew Tisdale with Edward Jones, BAM LLC, Cole's Carpet, Foothills Hardware, Isothermal Community College, Maxwell B. Hamrick, Phillips Lawn, Robbins Autos Parts, Scrappy's Food and Fuel, Tri-City Tire, Wayne's Lunchbox, and the Ellenboro Fiddlers Convention. So like I said, we'll take a quick minute. We'll hear from a couple of those sponsors. We'll come back, and we're going to dive into this Chase Robinson game.
There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
Do yourself a favor and stop by Scrappy's Food and Fuel. If you'd like a great hot dog or hand-braided chicken tenders and onion rings, or maybe a juicy hamburger, then your next stop should be Scrappy's Food and Fuel. Full breakfast served Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. You really need to check out their menu for other choices. The store is open till 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday for your favorite snacks and gasoline fill-ups. Scrappy's Food and Fuel is on the corner of Chase High Road and Highway 221.
WCAB.
Welcome back to Chase against Robinson tonight, Bulldogs and Trojans. Bulldogs come in at 10-1 overall, winners of 10 straight. The Trojans have won 11 straight, so something's got to give here tonight. Bulldogs are 4-1 on the road, so I don't know if that'll play into it a lot or not. Like I said, I think they've had a weaker schedule maybe than Chase has, and we'll dive into that if you want to. And let's hear a little bit about the Robinson Bulldogs.
Yeah, so, Robinson's not – their schedule's been a little bit let me say this. The RPI has the strength of schedule for Robinson a little bit higher than Chase. Why is that? 9-1 Independent, 6-3 Mount Pleasant. These are the records going into the playoffs this year. And really, to me, they lost that first game to Independence. Independence finished the year 9-1. That's a 900 winning percentage. They did not play another team with a winning record until the last game of the year when they played Mount Pleasant. And they actually scored a game-winning touchdown on the last drive of the game to win that one. They trailed for most of the night against the Tigers. So, it's hard to say how good is Robinson. They've done like Chase. They have beat the teams they're supposed to beat. 6-3 Mount Pleasant. Robinson beat them to win their conference. Chase beat I think Harrisonville ended up 8-2. Chase beat 8-2 Hendersonville to win the conference. So both of these teams beat the teams they were supposed to. So this game, it feels like two teams that handled business, and they're about to find out what level they're on this year.
I think that once the game gets started, we'll see. They're going to stand up and take a beating, or they're going to give one. That's what it's going to determine.
Right, and we'll talk about the Bulldogs' defense first. I'll tell you, Terry, when I was watching highlights and some game film of Robinson, I thought I was watching Chase in a different uniform. They come out, they get in a 3-4, just like Chase. The Bulldogs are really good defensively, really good. I already told you about Hobbs, and then I told you about the other inside man, Denos. Both, Denos White, both big guys. They're a problem inside. I'm looking out here at Robinson on the field. They just went off the field. Those are big boys. Those look like some of those teams you see when you play the teams from the mountains. That's how big they are. 10 points a game. They're very good defensively. I definitely think defense is their stronger side of the ball. They do struggle at times offensively. But when they are on offense, they look similar to Chase as well. A lot of H-backs. They run the ball from the shotgun. Mainly the biggest difference, Chase loves to pull their linemen. Robinson does not. They're more of a zone scheme. They do a lot of down blocking. And the other thing that Robinson does that Chase really does not do, Robinson loves to bring receivers in motion and fake the jet sweep to them. And all that is eye candy. So for Chase defensively, they have to be able to not follow that sugar, because it's going to be out there. Robinson's going to hang it on the fishing line, and Chase has to do a good job of not going after it. They got to make sure they follow the football. Robinson, they don't take a lot of deep shots downfield. So you can't, completely count against them doing it, but they don't do it often. They rely on short passes and then making men miss and yards after catch. So if Chase is able to tackle in space, not allow the big runs after catch, I think they're going to be okay. Something I did notice about Robinson, their pass blocking, not as good as their run blocking. They really struggled to block defensive linemen this year when the quarterback drops back to pass, which is why they do a lot of short passes. They tend to go stagnant offensively. Take last week, for example, against Wilkes Central in the first round. They won that game 22-12. They did not score in the first quarter, the second quarter, or the fourth quarter. All of their points came in the third quarter. So if Chase can tackle in space, if they can get pressure on the quarterback in passing situations, and not let one score turn into three scores. Because when you're playing an offense that can score in bunches, like Robinson can, you've got to make sure that you don't allow more than one score. If Chase can do that, I think they're going to be okay. One area they're going to have to watch out for, we talked about Hobbs, the kid with the offer from Alabama, Georgia, Carolina, Tennessee, Auburn. He plays offense. He's a tight end. He loves to run the seam route. and use his big body to basically box out the safety defending him, the linebacker defending him, who it is. And they will also put him in the backfield, run little wildcat with him as the ball carrier. So that's 6'4", 265 running right at you out of the wildcat. So they try to do a lot of different things to get him the ball, get him involved. And Coach Caldwell, he knows that, and I fully expect him to have number 35 on wraps tonight.
On that note, I think Germany Harrison might have a big game at linebacker tonight. I think if he can get some pressure, maybe they'll leave him uncovered a few times. He can get in there and put pressure on the quarterback. I'm going to call Germany Harris as the guy I'm going to watch for tonight to have a big game.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. You know, he's the one that's going to have to make sure he doesn't fall for that eye candy. You know, when they run to his side, he's one of the outside linebackers. I tell you, I think Reagan McCraney, you know, we know how good he is. He's going to have to show up and show out tonight for the Trojans, I think, to win this game. He's going to have opportunity to do that on both offense and defense. And so I think he's going to be the key for the Trojans tonight. And then I think the quarterback situation on offense, they've got to make sure they're making the right decision. They don't put the ball in harm's way. They don't take negative plays. They turn them into positive. If it's just 1 yard, 2 yards, they have to make sure they do that tonight and not get behind the chains against this dominant defensive line that Robinson has.
Yeah, well, somebody's winning streak's going to come to a close tonight. I'm going to call it a low-scoring game tonight. Every game we've seen Chase play has been high-scoring, at least for Chase. And I'm going to say maybe tonight with the weather, it may be like a 20-15 ball game or something like that.
I agree with you on that. And if it was sunny and clear, I would disagree. Yeah. But I do think this weather's going to force that to happen. But I think it's time for the national anthem. So we're going to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
You know who's the best for dependable, complete, and professional auto service. Tri-City Tire Service. Their years of experience and positive customer service shows. Tri-City Tire offers complete auto service and brakes, alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, and more. Under the same roof, Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment. They handle mowers and power equipment by Red Max. Get your colored mulch, stone, Wolverine boots for ladies and men at Tri-City Power Equipment. Make it your one-stop shop. Visit Tri-City Tire and Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment today at 221 Daniel Road in Forest City. The number is 287-8778. When your busy schedule means no time to cook, but the kids need their veggies, Wayne's Lunchbox has a solution for supper. With 5 different meat choices and so many vegetable sides to choose from, everybody will be happy. Me and my nephew love that broccoli casserole. And of course, lunchtime, along with hot dogs, hamburgers, and other delicious sandwiches, Wayne's has a smaller meat and veggie lunch menu. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 till 2, supper 3 to 7. Call on Wayne's for catering events. They're on East Main Street in Spindale. Order ahead at 828-395-2225. And Wayne's Lunchbox is now taking orders for Thanksgiving, so get your orders in.
WCAB.
There you go. National anthem. Color guard, Chase High School, I believe, out there. Center field. Or not center field. I'm thinking baseball already. It is center field, 50-yard line. Getting set here for some football. We're about, 7-8 minutes away?
We're getting close. We're 7 minutes. You know, the cheerleaders out here, the band just played the national anthem. Hey, you got to give a lot of credit to the band. You know, we've talked about how this rain's going to impact the football game. Hey, the band's out there at their instruments. It's wet. The cheerleaders out there, they've got their ponchos on. So kudos to them putting up this rain and delivering for this crowd. Small crowd out there, Terry. You know, one of the big things Chase has is a home field advantage, and this crowd makes it on. But the weather, the time, you know, it's making it tough. And I'm not sure how many people standing along the sides under tents or whatnot, but it's nowhere near as packed as it normally is.
Got 11 people over there coming down from the Concord. A little bit about Robinson Bulldogs. They actually called J.M. Robinson High School. It's the newest high school up there in Concord. 1,005 students. They opened in 2001. So, you know, Charlotte's not any more room in Charlotte. They just shove people to the suburbs now, and Concord's growing. There's a school in South Carolina, Louisville High School. A few years ago, it was a 1A school. Now there's 4A because everybody's overflowing from Charlotte down in that area. But Robinson also goes by JMR, and for the cool people, they go by J-Rob. So J. Rob High School. I like that.
I do too. And hey, this J.M. Robinson, they actually won the 2A state championship in basketball last year. Knocked off Farmville Central, had a great year. So they produce athletes there. And it looks like the football team is no different.
Yeah, they look. They passed the eye test coming off the bus. They got some good-looking athletes out there. Besides those two 3-star and 4-star guys, they have some very athletic-looking guys out there.
They do. I got to tell you, when I look at them, they might be a little bit bigger than Chase is.
First time I think we can say that.
Yeah, they've got some guys that are big. They reminds me of that Burns defense we saw when we did that game against Thomas Jefferson. Big guys up front. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see this Chase Trojans offensive line go to work. A lot on the line. You never want to look ahead, but a potential rematch with the team that knocked them out last year in Reedsville next Friday night. So excited to see this one go down.
Yeah, about underway in about 4 minutes. Both teams are still in the locker rooms right now. I guess getting that last bit of dryness from them, because when they leave this field, they're going to be soaked head to toe, I do believe.
I agree with you. And looks like captains are walking to the field, and we'll take one more quick break before we come back. We'll have your captains, we'll have kickoff, and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, it's raining a little bit.
The Bluegrass Convention is Saturday, November the 19th at Ellenboro Elementary School. Doors open at 5 with music beginning at 6. The New Ground Riders will open the convention. Admission is $10 and kids 10 and under free. Several bands will be competing for prizes. There will be trophies awarded in 9 different categories. That's the Ellenboro Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention, Saturday, November the 19th at Ellenboro Elementary School, 813 Piney Mountain Road, Ellenboro. Proceeds benefit Ellenboro Elementary School. Visit the Ellenboro Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention Facebook page for more information.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Andrew Tisdale, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we focus what's important to you. We create a personalized strategy backed by our advice, our tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we partner together to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me at any time at 828-287-9197. We'll sit down, talk, and we're going to make a strategy that's right for you.
WCAB.
Welcome back. WCAB 100.9 FM, 590 AM. The captains are walking to the field here at Chase High School. We're here at the farm. The Chase Trojans have come down the stands once again, heading there over to the end zone to the right of us. Chase wearing those gray pants again and the blue jerseys. Robinson in maroon and white. Maroon pants, white jerseys.
If you want to run through the Chase captains, I'll take care of the Robinson
I can. It's Reagan McCraney, Anthony Smith, and Maurice McCombs out there. Again, designated captain, I guess. He's injured about 6 weeks ago, I guess. Really miss him tonight.
Yes, they do. And for the Bulldogs, it's number 3, Jermaine Gray. Number 10, Elias Martinez. Number 11, Isaac Lee. And then number 35, the big guy, David Hobbs. And he looks every bit of it out there standing amongst some other guys.
Yeah, he probably names himself captain because you're not going to tell him no. Like Isaac Lee's the quarterback, number 11.
And they've got him listed on the roster as 6'3". And I swear Hobbs beside him looks 4 inches taller than he is.
He does from here.
So it's the first time I've ever seen somebody bigger than Reagan McCraney out there for the coin toss.
He makes McCraney look small, doesn't he? Rain is starting to fall a little bit. It's kind of going sideways and slanted, but it's not big raindrops, but it's just enough to be irritating, I'm sure, out there on the field.
Trojans have one to toss. They're going to defer, so the Bulldogs will get the ball first. As the Trojans made their way through the stadium, number 16, Cameron Mills, was carrying the American flag. And with that, we would just like to say thank you to all the veterans out there. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. We appreciate your service and your commitment to helping us have all of our freedoms that we do. And you're the reason that we're able to Terry and I are able to sit up here in a cold November Thursday night with rain falling and do something we love, call a high school football game. So thank you to all of our veterans out there.
Yeah, I was hoping Chase would go on defense first, so I'll get my wish for that. Now, just get prepared here for a very, very good football game. Should be a close one tonight. We said that last week, and it turned out nothing like that. Here come the Trojans out. And the Robinson team looks confident, not overconfident, but they look like they want to be here, and they deserve to be here.
That was the calmest I've ever seen a visiting team run onto the field for a road game. That was interesting to see.
I think they're here on a business trip, I believe. Let's see who takes care of business first here. We're looking for maybe some turnovers tonight. Will Chase keep it on the ground? Or do they want to air two capable quarterbacks out there for the Trojans? You got Rudisill and you got McSwain. Anxious tonight to see who gets the nod first.
I think this weather's going to have a lot to do on whether or not they throw the ball around or not. The football gets wet, tougher to grip, tougher to throw. And deep balls are going to be tough to pull off tonight, I think.
And with Rudisill out there so elusive, this may be an advantage to him, this wet field, if he can stay on his feet, get those defenders going one way, cut back the other way, and lose their footing.
And we've seen Turner McSwain be able to run the ball out of the backfield, too. My question is, I wonder who's going to start this game. We're watching Rudisill and McSwain warm up together, throwing the football here, but center Tyler Kilgo is snapping to Rudisill. So we might see Rudisill out first, as opposed to last week when McSwain took the first two drives.
Exactly. Looks like Tillman back for the Bulldogs. 21. And all of a sudden it's quiet here. Have to get going here.
This is exciting, Terry. I love this time of the year. I said it last week. I had goosebumps when kickoff started last week. My hair standing up, and all the windows are closed in here just about, so it ain't the coolness.
I hate the weather's keeping people away because it's love this to be a packed house here tonight on both sides.
Looks like Antoine Mason's back deep.
Ball is dropped at the 9-yard line. Now he picks it up and heads back upfield. Has an opening, and he's up to the 35, cuts back to the 50. He may go, and the ball is loose. There we go. First fumble of the game. I think the Trojans have to come up with a wet, loose football.
No, number 8, Isaiah Dodd. He tried to scoop it and run instead of just falling on it, and he was unable to pick it up. And I think that ball rolled out of bounds. And Robinson's going to keep possession.
Wow, what a start!
That's unfortunate. 14. That was Devin Mosley. He tracked down the ball. The return man there, number 26. He's not listed on here. I believe him over 25, maybe Ricky Torres, and he pushed that ball out. And that should have been a recovery for the Trojans. But now Robinson has great field possession inside the Chase.
About a 60-yard return, including the fumble. It was a good return, fumble. Chase almost had it. Now the defense has to stiffen up here. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
As good as the start was last week against North Wilkes, this is as bad of a start you could have if you're the Trojans.
With that little bubble screen out to the 25-yard line, going to run forward down to about the 23-yard line, a gain of 6 on the opening play.
That was number 2, Zyke Wheeler, I'm going to go with. I'm not sure. No, just simple bubble screen, like you said. His receivers did a good job of blocking in front of him, and Chase just could not get there before he picked up 6 yards.
I believe that's Isaac Lee in there, quarterback, number 11. He's a junior quarterback, like you said, listed at 6'3", but only 170 pounds.
Did not expect to see empty backfield there to start this game. This is more of the look I expected to see.
2nd down and 4. How's the handoff? Looking for some blocks, cuts it back to the 15-yard line, gets a 1st down out of it.
23, Knowledge Wright. He picked a good man to run behind. He ran behind Hobbs there, and Chase was just not able to force him down or stretch that out.
Another junior there for the Bulldogs. It is a 1st down, 1,000-yard rusher.
Got a injury on the 2nd play of the game for Robinson, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Bam! That's the sound of the Chase High Trojans pounding the lines. It's also the call letters of Brick and Mortar Marketing. Based in Rutherford County, BAM LLC is here to serve local retailers, even schools and churches, with on-site event support. With spin-to-win wheels, popcorn machine, our 8-foot inflatables Handy Randy and Barbecue, and MC and Facebook Live video support, BAM LLC can help make your event memorable. And be sure to watch for Bam Bam, the little truck that could, at the Forest City Christmas Parade, Sunday, November 27th. Share your photo of Bam Bam on our Facebook page for prizes. Call 713-9061 today. Go Trojans from BAM LLC.
WCAB.
Back now, the play is underway. A snap was given to the tailback, and he no gain on the play. Well, he did get a couple of yards. He pushed into the pile.
Yeah, there is a flag down. I believe this might be illegal formation against Robinson there. It comes from this side of the field, the near side.
Yes, it is. That'll help the Trojans.
Yeah, like I said, the legal formation penalty, that'll cost them 5 yards. So
that backs it up now to the 21-yard line. It's going to be first down again.
A little worrisome start if you're the Trojans there. You had Wright there hemmed up the line of scrimmage, but could not get him down. He pushed forward for a couple yards. Usually it's the chase running backs we see doing that.
Wright's not very tall, but he's got some wide hips on him. First down's going to be right left side, looking for some blocks. He's going to run hard. He's hit hard after a short gain on the play, gain of a yard.
Number 17, Carter Chapman, he just exploded through the gap that the pulling lineman left, and he put number 23, Knowledge Wright, flat on his back.
He got no gain on the play. Back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 21. Could be forced into a passing situation here. Actually lost a yard.
Can't tell you nothing about the Robinson kicker. Did not get a chance to see him warm up before the game, so not sure what they'll do.
That's right again, looking for the block on right. Nowhere to go. And he's hitting the backfield and thrown for a big loss. The State's defense coming up big.
That was Carter Chapman once again. He made the initial contact, did an outstanding job of shedding his blocker, and then he got some help from number 16, Cameron Mills, there to bring up this third and long.
Calling for Germany Harris to have a big game, but Chapman's doing it right now.
He is. And I'll tell you, Terry, not seeing the kicker warm up, I believe Robinson went for 2 every time they scored last week. So this could be a 2-down situation here to try to pick up these 15 yards.
This would be a big stop for this Trojan defense. Now third down, 23 after having it first and 10. Ball's on about the 23-yard line.
Hobbs could be a dangerous up the seam here. Got to watch out for him.
Well, he's going to drop. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's gone down into sack at around the 30-yard line, 29 exactly.
That was Brennan Austin. He didn't do anything except push his lineman back, and then Isaac Lee just happened to run right into him. Huge sack for the Trojans. This is an outstanding turn of events after the big kick return, the quick first down. Really good answer by this Trojans defense.
Yes, it was. Perfect answer right now, making it fourth down and 28 now. Loss of 18 yards on this possession.
And it looks like the offense is staying out there. They're going to try to pick up this first down. In my mind, there's no way this ball does not go to David Hobbs. He's going to have the mismatch. Trojans got to be looking for that.
He split to the left. There's the pressure. Quarterback screen pass is incomplete. Nowhere to go.
I could not be more happy to be wrong. They went with the tunnel screen, cleared everybody out, but he could not get the ball to this sideline. Outstanding answer by the Trojans. Now it's time for this offense to go to work.
Like Chase with the blitz that time from the left side of the line. And great execution by the defense, forcing the 4 and out.
And see, that's crucial to start this game because you never want to fall behind early in a playoff game. It's a really good job there by the Trojans defense.
Yeah, it's first hold by the Trojans. They will get the ball in the second half, so that's a big stop.
And it is Rudisu at quarterback this week. I think Cogner probably looked at it and said, I like his scrambling ability here against this Robinson defensive front.
See how this Chase offensive line can do now. There's Austin with the carry. Nowhere to go. He's going to pick up a couple of yards, staying on his feet. He crosses the 25 to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that play was blown up by David Hobbs. There was just no end for Brennan Austin to get around as Hobbs stood up his blocker and did not allow any sort of forward movement.
Wonder if this Trojan offense can wear this defensive line down a little bit as the game goes on. Got 7:35 to go in the first quarter. No score yet. Chase has second and 10. Bruce is going to keep it himself, looking for his man. He has an opening. He could take it. He crosses the 50, head outrunning everybody to the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown. Jalen Rudolph.
That was 72 yards, Terry. Let me tell you what Robinson did there. They loaded up the side that had the two tight ends, put Hobbs on the far side, brought 9 men into the box, brought down the safety. The only problem with that is if that initial burst gets through, there's nobody on the back end to get Rudolph. There was nobody there. He showed off his speed, and he was in the end zone quick. That's an outstanding response not only by the defense, but the offense as well.
Yeah, once he hit that outside, nobody's going to catch him. I think he gained yardage as he went down the field. So 7:19 to go, and Rudolph takes it 72 yards for the opening score. And that's that Chase offense we expected to see. I think it kind of shocked the Bulldogs just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think they didn't realize how fast Jalen Rudolph was until he showed up and just showed them how fast he was.
And I know McCraney is on the Shrine Bowl team, but I think Rudolph should have been considered for that team also.
I definitely agree with that.
Sixto's going to set it up here for the kick.
There was a conversation there about where the Trojans wanted the ball for this extra point attempt, and Coach Cobby wanted it on the right hash.
And it's perfect right down the middle. And with 7:19 to go, Trojans jump on top 7-0 over the Robinson Bulldogs. We'll be back after this.
Let Kohl's Carpet and Floor Covering go to work for you. They offer quality products like Shaw, Mannington, Bruce Hardwood Floors, and many more. They have a great selection of in-stock merchandise to choose from. You always get excellent service and professional installation. Call 828-248-2095. Kohl's Carpet and Floor Covering on Chase High Road in Sandy Mush.
WCAB.
Back here on WCAB, Thursday night edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Jalen Rudolph just took it 72 yards on a quarterback keeper, broke the line of scrimmage, and had nobody near him as he went down the sideline. Crossed the 50 and then gained speed, I think, as he went to the outside. Kickoff again for the Trojans.
Interested to see what happens on his kickoff. Coach Cottrell just explained to his kickoff team, I do not want to see another kickoff return like they just had.
This kick's going to be a little bit deeper. Going to go into the end zone. Well, no return on that one. I guess, yeah.
I think old Sixtoes is jacked up right now. That ball landed in the end zone. It's a big-time kick by him.
Yeah, one of the best ones of the year. And he's had plenty of them to get enough practice, I guess. Chase still averaging around over 50 points a game coming in. And now we're getting ready to go. Second offensive possession here for the Bulldogs of Robinson. J-Rob, as they like to be known by the cool people. I think I'm cool enough to call him J-Rob. Going to be Lee, the quarterback. Isaac Lee. That's the one set back. Take a delay handoff, looking to the outside. Nowhere to go. That Trojan defense is all over that handoff.
If they were, I believe it was Brandon Kingery there that got in there and made that stop. Trojans are completely collapsed on the running back. I don't know if Isaac Lee's not kept that ball once this year or not. But it's definitely there for him to take that chance if that's something that's in their system.
I wonder when they're going to look downfield for Hobbs. That should be coming up pretty soon. They're going to go with two receivers at either side of the field. Going to be second down and 11, 12. He's going to drop, quick pass out in the flat. Going to be caught and then ran out of bounds after a short gain on the play.
I'm not sure what happened there. I think he just lost track of how far the sideline was there, because he had a chance to pick up a few more yards, but like you said, he ran straight out of bounds.
I thought he dropped the ball from the way he ran out of bounds, but he did make the reception. Gain of 4. Going to be third down and 6. Maybe another passing down here. Lee looks over to the sideline now, maybe changing the play here. Claps out signals to a 3 receiver to the left. Going to drop. He's going to look to one man, throws it. It's caught.
He's going to be short, I believe. Yes, sir. He's going to be marked as a 28, 2 yards short. That's going to be, unless Robinson goes for it, it's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Chase defense. Outstanding job by this Trojan team. After that first down, they have not given up much of anything. And barring a fake punt here, they're going to get the ball back with just under 6 minutes to go.
Have Brian Rowe on the reception. So here we go, first punt of the game. One-man back beat for the Trojans. I'm assuming that's going to be Derisma. They're kicking from the left hash. There's a snap. Looks like it's good. Got plenty of time. Gets off a good kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 40-yard line and die right there on that wet field. Kicks it across the 50 to the 40 where they're going to mark it. It's going to be first and 10 Trojans with pretty good field position here. That's about where Rudelson took it to the house from.
Yes, it is. Hey, want to give a quick shout-out. Got a couple listeners listening all the way from California tonight. I've got some family out there, David and Kim Keever. They've tuned in to listen to this Chase playoff game on WCAB. So we appreciate you taking time out of your Pacific Standard Time to listen to us.
Appreciate y'all doing that. I hope you enjoy the weather out there. I've got a cousin out there myself, working for Google.
Reckon he's listening?
Probably not. He's probably working. There's a quick handoff. Brennan Austin know where to go. He's going to just push as far as he can, throw him backwards, but they're going to give him a 3-yard loss on the play. Good penetration by that Bulldog defensive front.
Yeah, that play, it's struggling earlier. Their Hobbs is lining up on the side with the two tight ends every time, and they're having trouble running to that side because he's a really hard man to block.
Yeah, already he's looking like one of those Division I college guys after just a few plays. We've got to take advantage of the other side of the field. 5:02 to go. Second down play. Riddles was going to drop back. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Gets away, throws the ball high, almost intercepted. I think he was trying to throw that one away a little bit.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play there. I'm going to tell you right now, Robinson is not playing to defend the deep pass. They're not expecting the deep pass. They're not afraid of the deep pass right now. If Chase can if the quarterback can get their feet set and make it happen, they're going to have some one-on-one shots deep down the field.
That's a little bit of pressure Riddles under that time. Looking for Derisma. Brings up 3rd and 12. It's either a passing down or a Riddles will keeper. Here we go. 3 to the right. Got 1 to the left. Austin in the backfield with Riddles in shotgun. He's going to take the snap. Got some time. Screen pass set up for Brennan Austin. Is caught, and he has some room. Can he get to the outside? He's going to be to the 50. Gets the first down. Lowers his head and puts the boom on number 10 there. 40 for the Bulldogs.
I'm going to tell you something. This Chase offense, the way these young men out there are hitting these Robinson defenders, they're not scared. They're not intimidated by your stars. You may have 4 stars. You may have 3 stars. You may have no stars. They're going to hit you in the mouth regardless of who you are. And Brendan Austin was a perfect example there, running over his defender, knocking him down as he was taken out of bounds.
That was Amari Valentine taking that hit from Austin. Big first down. Rudolph again, keep it to the outside, and there he goes again. Nobody to beat. 10-yard, 5, touchdown. Jalen Rudolph again.
I'm going to tell you right now, Terry, Robinson, if they do not change what they're doing defensively, that play is going to be there all night because it's so smart because they're running away from Hobbs, and with Robinson loading the box like they are, there's just nobody there. Outstanding coaching job there by Coach Cottle and the offensive staff.
I've never seen 2 touchdowns scored so easy by a quarterback not being touched.
On the exact same play.
Yeah. Once that's a quarterback read that he's making that play, or is that coming from the sideline?
Could be a little of both. Hey, I do want to give credit, though. I didn't mention this on this big screen play. Isaiah Dodd had the ceiling block on the end that allowed Austin to get outside. It's a great job by the receiver there as well.
Chase looking to take a 14-point lead to kick by 6 doses up, and this is good. With 4:35 to go, we'll take a quick timeout. It's 14-0. Trojans on top of the Bulldogs.
Stop in and visit Tanya and Rose at Foothills Family Hardware Store. With over 65,000 items in stock, they offer an extensive fastener section, including metric and chrome. They have outdoor bagged products, a vast assortment of soils and mulches. They also have a variety of locally handcrafted home decor, signs, and gifts for the entire family. Open 7 days a week, a family-owned business at 131 East Main Street in downtown Forest City. Call them at 245-6496. Extra parking is in the back. And Diva the Hardware Dog is anxiously awaiting your visit.
WCAB.
Welcome back, football fans. Thursday night edition. Chase Trojans up 14-0, 4:35 to go in the first quarter. And the kickoff here for the third time is going to be taken at the 2-yard line where he sets up and looks for a return. Last time he returned it was a good one. This time he's going to be hit at about the 23 and thrown down at the 20.
That was number 12, Jahari Mosley. He said, Coach Cogdell, I hear you. I'm going to execute what you said, and we're going to keep him inside the 25-yard line.
This Trojan team, continues piling on the points as they've done all year.
To me, that's what's been most shocking, Terry. I thought, we know how good the Chase offense is, but, Robinson defense come in a really good unit. Chase is making them look not so good.
Right, they're giving up 8 a game since opening night. And so, 2 shutouts on the season. And Chase made the 2 touchdowns look easy right now. 4:27 to go.
And Reagan McCraney is getting a breather on the sideline right now, so we'll see what happens there when it comes to runs up the middle.
As Lee, the quarterback's going to give the right side sweep. Has a little bit of a room there to the 25. He's going to be grabbed around the shoulders and thrown down.
That was Cameron Mills. He did an outstanding job. He made his blocker go with him, and he worked his way down the line to get to the running back and sling him down for a minimal gain.
Gain of only 2 yards, second. And I don't know the last time this Chase defense gave up a big play to an offense running the ball.
Well, it might have been the Polk County game.
It might have been second down, and they regrouped in that second down and 8.
There's the jumbo formation we talked about.
Again, it's right in the backfield, follows a couple of blocks. He's going to be thrown back again. Chase defense all over it.
That was a lot of guys. The Risma, number 36, Landon Barnes. They absolutely blew that play up. That was that jumbo package we talked about where David Hobbs lines up. He takes the snap. He handed the ball off that time. I believe that went to number 3, Jermaine Gray, 6'2", 205 pounds. The Trojans stopped that for no gain.
So it's third down now, 3rd and 8 again. Maybe forcing the punt here. Quarterback looks up to the sideline. Play clock, plenty of time left at 16 seconds.
I believe that's Hobbs on the field side here.
Lee takes a snap, going to drop back, has a little bit of time, throws it down the middle. It's going to be caught by Hobbs at the 40 for a first down.
That was actually number 2, Zakai Wheeler. That was no way that was a design play because he was right in front of Hobbs. But just outstanding throw, really good throw there by Lee at quarterback there to keep the chains moving.
And no pressure that time by the Trojan defense. So let's see if they're going to continue to go through the air. It is the first down. Ball at the 42. 2:40 to go here in the first quarter. Trojans on top, 14-0. Low snap given to right, left side. Nowhere to go. He's hit at the 41.
Landon Barnes once again to help Carter Chapman. Barnes just worked across the face of his blocker. It did an outstanding job of getting the ball carrier to the ground. You talked about that low snap. There was some trouble with the handoff, too. The 23, Knowledge Wright. He had a hard time securing that ball before he got hit.
It's still raining a little bit out there. I see it dripping down the pane. So rain is falling. Ball's going to get wetter and more slippery as we go. Here we go, Lee at quarterback, shotgun. 7's in motion. There's the quarterback going to be a right sweep again. Nowhere to go. The Trojans control the line of scrimmage right now.
These defensive ends are controlling this run game right now. Landon Barnes, Cameron Mills, both of them are doing an outstanding job staying in their gaps and making the play when the ball carrier comes that way. That time, Reagan McCraney came over and helped Mills out for the 3-yard loss on that play.
They're pushing that offensive line backwards, and the running back's got nowhere to go. 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. And it's 3rd and 13 coming up. I feel an interception coming on here.
I hope you're right. It's probably going to get some combination route on the outside here with Hobbs up the middle.
Again, as a quick handoff to right. Only gets back to the original line of scrimmage, if that.
Well, that was a bit of a shocker there. Did not expect the running play there unless they intended on going for it on 4th down. Chase played covers there, cleared out, but the front 6 had no problem stopping that running play on their own.
It's like the Bulldogs are wanting to run the ball, just not being successful at it right now. If they get down 21-0, they're going to have to abandon that. 4th down and 11.
Well, I tell you, this offense is not accustomed to their defense struggling like this. Their offense has had time to get things going here in the game, but not tonight.
There's a good snap, has some time, gets off a good line drive kick. Going to be taken by Durisma at the 30, has one man to beat. He's to the corner, but he's wrapped up at about the 37-yard line.
But that's a positive return there for Jahari Mosley, because that ball, if he did not grab that, it was a low-line drive, and it could have rolled all the way inside the 10.
That ball had some quickness on it. Well, 1st and 10. First quarter almost over with. Trojans up 14-0. Looking good here so far tonight in round 2.
They are. By the way, if you're wondering why we don't have any score updates, nobody else has started yet. So it's not that we're not following. It's just we're the only game starting so far.
We can just name some scores if you want to hear that.
Give you some soccer scores.
McSwain in there now. Durisma going in motion right to left. Going to set. McSwain's going to give to Austin. Has a slight hole over the left side. Going to dive to the 40, 41. Gains about 3. Going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Did have a slight adjustment there from the Robinson defense. That time the safety was not inside the box. He was about 6 yards behind. So I think they're going to try to not allow the big play anymore from the quarterback. But speaking of the quarterback, Rudis was out there for his 3rd straight drive. 2 big touchdown runs. Why not keep him out there?
You can't beat that. And that's going to do it here. The first quarter is going to come to a close. Trojans lead it 14-0 over the Robinson Bulldogs. Listen to some of our sponsors, and we'll be back for the second quarter.
Isothermal Community College, your career starts here. Want to get into a high-demand field with good pay? Check out our pathways in the fields of healthcare and nursing, public services like EMT and law enforcement, advanced manufacturing, and information technologies. Your dream is our mission. Let us help you find the path. Plus, with the Powers Promise, residents of Rutherford and Polk counties can attend tuition-free. For details, call 828-395-4193 or visit isothermal.edu/enroll today.
With cold weather coming on strong, it's time to think about getting your fuel delivered on time. Depend on Phillips & Loing Fuel Company. Phillips & Loing Fuel Company can be your cold weather friend with propane, fuel oil, and kerosene delivered when you need it. 2 locations to serve you, 2379 Harris Henrietta Road, Mooresboro, and 421 South Alabama Avenue in Chesney. Phillips & Loing Fuel Company, cheering Chase Trojans on to victory.
This is WCAB Rutherfordton, 590.
Welcome back, football fans. 100.9 FM, 590 AM. That's WCAB you're listening to here. Trojans have it 2nd down and 8. Trying to get on the move. Rudelsville again with the carry. And as a flag on the play, Rudelsville finally tackled for the first time here tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be a hold. I believe that was the center there. He got a hold of Hobbs there. Hobbs was coming down the line. He tried to hold him to keep him off his guy. That time went a little different. They put Hobbs on the, well, I'm going to let you call this penalty, Terry.
It is a hold called against the Trojans.
That time, Hobbs lined up with the double tight end set. But that time, Chase rotated him over, sent him in motion. Hobbs stayed put, so they just tried a straight quarterback run to this side.
Going to back it up. If you want to close your eyes for a minute, I'll paint the picture. The Trojans are going right to left. It's going to be 2nd down and 20, or about 18, I guess, actually, because it was 2nd and 8.
Robinson's back to the loaded 9-man front here, 9-man box. So.
We're going to drop back to pass. He's pressured out. They're going to go down for a sack, maybe only the first or second time this year. He's looking deep, I think. Good coverage, good man-on-man coverage downfield.
He was looking deep. The problem is Robinson is bringing 6 and 7 guys every time, and they're not going to give Rudersville time to throw it deep. So that's one way to keep from having to throw it. Defend the deep pass. If you bring so many rushers, there's not time to throw it.
I'll take my chances with Durisma and Mosley in one-on-one coverage, though. Trojans going to send 2 to the right, tight. 2 to the left. It's going to be 3rd and 24. Chase hasn't had very many of those 3rd and longs. Nobody in the backfield for Rudelsel. He's going to keep it. Has a block. This time they close on him in a hurry. No, he escapes at the 30. Stays on his feet. Going to get back close to the original line of scrimmage. They'll make it 4th and manageable, but I believe it's going to be a punting situation for the Trojans.
That was a good call there by the Trojans. You know, nothing crazy. Don't want to risk an interception the way your defense is playing right now. But that penalty definitely set them behind the stick and really drove this drive backwards.
See if they can flip the field here. Bulldogs are going to send 2 back deep. The Trojans haven't punted very many times this season. They get a good snap, a little bit out of reach, but it gets off a good high end-over-end punt. Fair catch is going to be called.
And that's a fumble. He touched that. That's going to be Chase football.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Wow, called the fair catch and mishandled it.
Yeah, well, I think what happened, he called the fair catch, but he wasn't in the right place, and so he just fell to the ground. Then the ball bounced and hit him. You know, so the Trojans, they gave him a chance to catch it. He just chose not to.
What do you do on 4th and 10? You punt it away and recover the fumble.
Yeah, who needs to throw a deep pass, and you can pull that play out of the playbook.
Yeah, can't really blame that on the wet ball, but that was just misjudged the ball. 1st and 10 now for the Trojans. They're knocking on the door. So the official first turnover of the game. Trojans only have 10 men on the field. They may have to burn a timeout here or just take a delay of game.
Yeah, Coach Cottrell's not happy.
Such a quick turnaround. One of the offensive linemen may have been getting a drink of water. They'll take a timeout. We'll take one with them here and listen to a word from a sponsor.
There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
WCAB.
Welcome back. Glad to have you here on WCAB. We'll put things in perspective here. Trojans lead at 14-0, 9:39 to go. They called a timeout because they only had 10 players on the field. And now they have it here knocking on the door. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Nowhere to go this time. The Bulldog defense is all over that one.
I believe he fumbled the football as well, but Chase was able to fall onto it there. They brought McSwain in the quarterback and had Rudis running back. McSwain kept him, and he was not able to hold him to the football. Can't tell who recovered that, but
luckily the Trojans hold on to it, but lose about 3 on the play. 2nd and 13. Probably 4 down territory, though. It's a little, I don't know if you want to kick a field goal on a wet field.
So we talked about the winner of this game will get the winner of Reidsville and Providence Grove. That game's fixing to kick off. Reidsville is kicking off to Providence Grove to start the game.
Maybe we can keep an eye on that one. 2nd down, 13 coming up. McSwain's the quarterback. He's going to drop. Looks out to the fat ball. Is underthrown. It may have been tipped.
I don't know if it was tipped or if it's just a wet ball and he couldn't get nothing on that throw, Terry. Because it did not look like the trajectory of the pass changed. It just was never going to get there.
Yeah, ball, that's one of the worst throws I think we've seen. That slipped out of his hand. 8:48 to go. It's 3rd and 13 now. I'm still going to call it 4 down territory. You know, you're too close to punt it away. So
I think here soon we could see a sort of a jet sweep here to Charisma. The way Reidsville is loading this line up, and
3 tight ends.
They literally have 10 men in the box right now.
And Rudolph was trying to get outside with his feet, but they're going to be there. They crushed the line that time. And not very often do you catch Rudolph behind the line, but this time they did. Another loss on the play.
Yeah, Chase is obviously going to do what they're going to do, but Robson is doing everything they can to not allow you to run the daggum football. They have 10 men in the box. They've got 6 men lined up straight across the box. It's a goal line defense.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
So
So what do you pull up? A screen pass would work for you
I
here.
think that's the only thing you can do right now. It's raining. There's obviously no way that McSwain can grip the ball and throw it far enough down the field.
They're going to run out of time. 2 seconds on the play clock, and they'll have to burn another timeout here, the Trojans do. That's their second one in the last 2 minutes. We'll take another one here. I think we got time for it. We'll be back after this.
Robbins Auto Parts is your auto parts headquarters, located at 1891 Harris Henrietta Road in Henrietta. They're your team of professional auto parts dealers for Rutherford County. They have a commitment to serving their customers with the auto parts they need, both new and used. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Visit them today at 1891 Harris Henrietta Road in Henrietta or call them at 828-657-5732. Robbins Auto Parts keeps you rolling.
WCAB.
Welcome back, football fans. Thursday night edition of Friday Night Football Frenzy. Chase has it 4th down and 17 from the Bulldog 30-yard line. Have to get down to about the 12 for a first down. McSwain back to pass. He gets out of pressure to the middle. He's going to be hit from behind at about the 23. Had some room to run, but they caught him from behind.
So basically what we're going to see is what would happen if that punt had been fair caught. That's essentially what's happened. So like I said, it's going to be tough sledding for Chase here to run the football with Robinson putting 10 men in the box. I've never seen that.
And 2 of those men are grown men in the first place.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That's kind of like having 10 and a half men in the middle.
And I've seen that down by the goal line, but I have never seen that in the middle of the football field.
Play clock down to 11 seconds as Robinson just now getting out on the field. See if they get this one off. 5 seconds on the play clock. Getting ready to get it. There we go. There's a handoff, right sweep again. The Trojans are there. Going to push forward for a couple of yards is right.
So what Robson's trying to do there is get outside of the tight end block. If he can get to the edge, that's when Wright is dangerous. But Brennan Austin on that play just absolutely blew that block up, made him go outside and force that run back inside. Now, usually you force it back inside to your buddies. Brennan Austin said, I'm just going to go ahead and get off my block or make the tackle myself.
And he's done that a couple of times tonight. 2nd down and 9. No big plays yet for this Bulldog offense. Still looking to get Hobbs loose somewhere downfield.
He's in the backfield here. That was another wild.
Oh, they have a man open. He's to the 50. Can they catch him? Yes, they catch up with him. Little trick play. A left-hander throws it downfield for a big game.
Number 12, Brian Rowe. He acted like he was just going to run a little power run to the left. Now, as the league went out, he just snuck behind everybody. And Chase did not have anybody back there to defend that.
And not often do you see the Trojan defense fooled, but luckily that pass was underthrown. If he had caught that in stride, it would have been a touchdown.
That's where this weather played a factor in that, I believe.
Well, the Bulldogs pulling out the tricks now. They get a big first down. 6:50 to go here in the second quarter. See if they can answer now. Can the defense make a stop? There's another sweep play to right. Not going to be able to get outside. The Trojan defense is there.
That was Anthony Smith that time. See, when Robinson made an adjustment, they said, okay, you're blowing up that tight end blockers. We're going to put Hobbs over there. Well, that time Hobbs got too far up the field, and Anthony Smith just ran in right behind Hobbs and took the ball carrier down.
It's hard to get past these Trojan linebackers. That's another loss on the play. 2nd down, 13 coming up, and Robinson trying to stick with what they want to do at this point in the ball game. Hobbs is going to the left now.
I think we'll see some. If they throw it, it's going to be a combination out to that far side. I think Hobbs might be open down the middle.
He's going to drop back. There's another handoff to right. He finally has a hold, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be a hold. 54 absolutely just took Cameron Mills and tackled him. You can't do that.
That's why there's such a big hole for Wright to run through. So that's going to back it up, make it 2nd and about 18 now. Depends on where that flag's thrown.
It should go to about the 46, I believe.
Exactly. Wow.
This is lead by the chains at the 25, so this is 2nd and 21, so just where you want it if you're the Trojans.
Exactly. Force them to throw it again here. 2nd down, ball at the 46-yard line, right hash. There's a handoff this time trying to go to left. The Trojans are in the backfield, but he escapes that, crosses the 45.
Cleaned up there by number 12, Jahari Mosley. You called it. Trojans got in the backfield quick. Brendan Kingery there. But Wright was able to just get outside of him, but Jahari Mosley came down from his safety spot and cleaned that up.
Bulldogs offense looking like the Clemson Tigers want to just go outside with everything, not take it straight up the middle. Quarterback Lee facing 3rd and 18. Again, it's a handoff this time right side. Wright slips up this time, helped out by the weather. And he goes down for another small loss on the play.
See, now I think it's going to become a field position game. Robinson feels like, okay, we've got you figured out. You can't run against 10 men in the box, so let's play field position. But this is a big stop for the Trojans defense. If they can find a way to run out this clock to halftime or score again, and with the getting ball first, start the second half, would not be surprised to see some trickery from Robinson.
You got 4:50 here. Punting team back again for the Bulldogs of Robinson.
Yeah, quick update, Providence Grove punted to Reedsville. So it's Reedsville ball now, midway through the first quarter.
And no rush set up by the Trojans. Just going to try to down this one inside the 10. It hits at the 10, rolls toward the end zone, and gets in there, luckily for the Trojans. Bulldogs giving chase, trying to down that thing inside the 5, but didn't make it. We'll take a quick timeout and be back for this last 4:30 of the second quarter in just a minute.
Do yourself a favor and stop by Scrappy's Food and Fuel. If you'd like a great hot dog or hand-breaded chicken tenders and onion rings, or maybe a juicy hamburger, then your next stop should be Scrappy's Food and Fuel. Full breakfast served Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. You really need to check out their menu for other choices. The store is open till 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday for your favorite snacks and gasoline fill-ups. Scrappy's Food and Fuel is on the corner of Chase High Road and Highway 221.
WCAB.
1st and 10, Trojans from the 20. There's a quarterback keeper, Rudolph again, right side, has one man to beat. He tackled at the 30, almost broke down it for another 80-yard touchdown run or so.
He did. That was a really good job by the Chase offensive line. Robinson had 5 guys on the line, but last minute they backed one of those linebackers up for some reason, and that's right where Rudolph went. And Chase was able to get to that second level with that linebacker still backpedaling.
10-yard pickup by Rudolph. It's going to be 1st and 10 again, this time from the 30. 4 minutes to go. We just said that don't know if Chase can get a sustained drive here. They need a quick score, but if they can get a 3-minute drive here, it'd be nice. Rudolph's going to take it himself right side. Has one man to be. If he can get that initial burst there, get to the line, another good job defensively by the Bulldogs.
But I think at this point, when you're going to face this 9-man box, if you're able to pick up 3 runs a pop, 4 yards a pop, you're going to sustain drops.
Mm-hmm. 2nd down and 6 now.
So I know Chase fans are accustomed to the big play, but I think that this could be the way to go.
See what kind of adjustments are made on this drive now. They still got them all packed in the middle there. Nobody deep for the Bulldogs. Single coverage. There's a handoff to Brennan Austin this time. Oh, had a quick opener that time. Turn it upfield. Got about 2.
Real quick, Reedsville was nearing the end zone but fumbled, and Providence Grove recovered. So that game's still no score. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
3rd and 4 now. May see a ton of fumbles all over the state tonight. 3rd down and 4.
I expect a run here. I'm a little surprised Chase is not running the clock down a little bit more.
2:45 to go. We have a
sideline warning on Robinson. Don't see that called often in high school.
Coach must be out a little bit too far on the field. That stops the play clock, resets it to 25.
Now, if I'm Chase, I'm sitting back. I'm going to let that play clock run down.
Let's see if they do that. 3rd down and 4. They look to the sideline. Everybody, the line is set.
I think you let this play clock run down, then you make Robinson start burning timeout.
Again, you got single coverage, a double move here. That's a quick screen. Oh, knocked into the air.
And I do believe Derisman would have had the first down, but that was a really good job there by number 25. I believe that's maybe they've got 2 25s listed, so I'm not sure if it was Will.
The older guy.
Oh, they're both sophomores. So I believe that was Will Salazar maybe, but it may have been Will Hunter.
Which name sounds better? We'll go with that one. So they're going to send two guys back deep, 2:19 to go. I believe the Bulldogs still have 3 timeouts left.
I believe you're right. So
Trojans have 1.
Looks like they may come after this punt a little bit. Be key to get a good one off.
They do a little pressure at the middle. Has a good kick. It takes a bounce at the 40. It's going to roll down to about the 31-yard line where it's going to be dead there.
That was a good punt by Zach Frazier. Got good air under it and did not allow a return.
And smartly, the Bulldogs did not try to fair catch that one and fumble it away. Take a quick timeout. Here, a word from our sponsor.
You know who's the best for dependable, complete, and professional auto service. Tri-City Tire Service. Their years of experience and positive customer service shows. Tri-City Tire offers complete auto service and brakes, alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, and more. Under the same roof, Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment. They handle mowers and power equipment by Red Max. Get your colored mulch, stone, Wolverine boots for ladies and men at Tri-City Power Equipment. Make it your one-stop shop. Visit Tri-City Tire and Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment today at 221 Daniel Road in Forest City. The number is 287-8778.
WCAB.
All right, that was my sponsor. Bulldogs ran a play, went for a pass out around a 40-yard line, falling incomplete, making it 2nd and 10 with 2:03 to go. That does stop the clock. Trojans up 14-0 here. We got 2 minutes left before the half. And Trojans will get the ball coming out, so they need a stop here, keep this game at 14-0. 2nd and 10. There's a handoff to Wright again. Nowhere to go. The Trojans are there. Tap it at the 30.
Brendan Austin did a really good job. He started to rush the passer, thinking it's going to be a pass. Recognized the run really quickly, and then jotted inside to bring him down.
Chase for this explosive offense, but as they say, defense wins championships.
So far, Providence Grove is having success moving the football, but they just missed the field goal, so that game is still scoreless as they near the end of the first quarter.
We're near the end of the second here, 1:29 to go. Isaac Lee at 3rd and 10 is going to drop back, going to take a pass, going to quick pass out in the middle. His receiver wasn't looking, threw it behind him. Stops the clock with 1:21 to go, and the Trojans will get another shot at it here with 1 timeout. Went for his tight end, it looked like, and just threw it behind him, wasn't looking for it in his direction.
I tell you, this game, it feels like that Hendersonville game, doesn't it? You know, it's Chase defense played really well. You felt like that it should be, a little bit more than what the score was. And like I said, really good job by this Chase defense tonight, especially after that opening possession.
Charisma back to the left. Now I think that's Mosley. There's a good punt. Wow, he got a hold of that one. It's going to take a bounce inside the 20 and roll dead at about the 7-yard line.
My quick math says that was a 61-yard punt.
At least. And it went 50 yards in the air.
Yeah, that was an impressive punt. Now, here's where Chase has to be careful. Robson has 3 timeouts. So I think this is 3 straight runs. You got to take care of the football. And you really need to pick up a first down because you don't want to have to punt in these conditions from back there.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Or do you try to catch them by surprise here with something deep? Guess we'll find out in just a minute. 1st and 10. Ball at the Trojan 7-yard line, so they are down there in their own territory. Dangerous field position. 61-yard punt, flip the field in a hurry. Like it's going to be McSwain in there. He's going to keep it himself. Has a hole. Gets to the outside, trying to get to the 10. That hole closed up pretty quick after he got through there. Stayed in bounds, though. I think he went down to keep the clock running.
It does not seem like Robson has any interest in calling timeouts. Looks like they're just going to try to take this to the half. I'm surprised by this.
Yeah, with that stop, they could get the ball back, but maybe they're just going to regroup, like you said. 40 seconds to go. Trojans going to run this clock. They may have to run one more play.
And Chase will need to watch out because this team scored 22 points out of halftime last week. So they are a third-quarter team, perhaps.
A lot of adjustments. 25 seconds to go. That's going to be right side, Brennan Austin. nowhere to go. It's going to hit it to 5. Again, that Robinson defense after the first couple of series have really stiffened out there.
Well, now Robinson is going to take a timeout.
Man, that leaves them with 2 in 17 seconds.
This is what I think they must be thinking. They think we get a stop on third down, call another timeout. We do an all-out block punt attempt. I think that's what this is going to be.
That looks like the plan. As they take, we'll stay right here though and not take a timeout now, because if we do, we're probably going to miss the play.
You're probably right.
Third down. Again, the rain's falling steady. I think it's starting to get a little windy down there, it looks like. The rain jackets are flapping in the wind. Some of the puddles are blowing side to side.
Is that wind, or is that just Jalen Ruderstill running past these people?
It may be the wind from those first 2 runs. You know, I wonder if he's going to run track in the spring. Here we go. Now back to action. It's 3rd and 8. Robinson has 2 timeouts left, so let's see what the Trojans do. They got 2 receivers left. Going to send their tight ends to the left side. There's a pitch. Lewis will have the catch, and he gets it outside. Is it going to be 90-something yards? He's going to step out of bounds.
Oh, hey, they're going to call
15
that.
more.
See, now what Robinson has done, they've given Chase a chance to do something.
That's about a 55. Ruder's already up in those 200 yards, I think, in his first half. Took that out of bounds. That was a smart move. He was going to be caught, but they hit him late. 15 more yards added to that, and Trojans.
I think they're going to put the ball right about the 28-yard line, maybe the 29.
Well, if defense wants to put 9 people in the box, I guess the answer to that is Jalen Ruder's.
Yep.
Now they're in striking distance. 1 play, maybe 2. They got to go to the sideline or to the end zone here.
Okay, well, looks like it is at the 28, if I'm not mistaken. They brought McSwain in. I think he's a little bit better of the passer, so maybe 1 shot towards the end zone or a quick pass, call a timeout, kick a field goal.
Here we go. Going to look, have some time, throws it down the field, out of bounds, caught. We got 1.7 seconds left.
Yeah, that ball was incomplete. He just couldn't. Ball was a little too far in front of him. He had to come back. That ball should have been thrown to the inside shoulder, which is the shoulder closest to the sideline.
They should put a couple more seconds back on the clock, because they did run down a little bit after the ball was incomplete.
Maybe if that was instant replay, we might would. But
1.7 seconds to go for the half. Can the Trojans get it in the end zone here?
I might put Ruderstill in there and let him try to run.
28 yards out. McSwain's going to keep it himself, going to run around, going to throw it to the end zone. Knocked down by the defense. Good play by the defense, not trying to intercept that one.
Yeah, that would have been a penalty anyway. He was clearly past the line of scrimmage.
Well, we're going to head to halftime here. Our score, Trojans 14, Bulldogs 0, and they do have a penalty flag here. Maybe not going anywhere yet.
It's just a legal forward pass, but it's still going to be halftime.
That'll do it. 14-0 our score.
When your busy schedule means no time to cook, but the kids need their veggies, Wayne's Lunchbox has a solution for supper. With 5 different meat choices and so many vegetable sides to choose from, everybody will be happy. Me and my nephew love that broccoli casserole. And of course, lunchtime, along with hot dogs, hamburgers, and other delicious sandwiches, Wayne's has a smaller meat and veggie lunch menu. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 till 2, supper 3 to 7. Call on Wayne's for catering events. They're on East Main Street in Spindale. Order ahead at 828-395-2225. And Wayne's Lunchbox is now taking orders for Thanksgiving, so get your orders in.
The Ellenboro Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention is Saturday, November the 19th at Ellenboro Elementary School. Doors open at 5 with music beginning at 6. The New Ground Riders will open the convention. Admission is $10 and kids 10 and under free. Several bands will be competing for prizes. There will be trophies awarded in 9 different categories. That's the Ellenboro Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention, Saturday, November the 19th at Ellenboro Elementary School, 813 Piney Mountain Road, Ellenboro. Proceeds benefit Ellenboro Elementary School. Visit the Ellenboro Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention Facebook page for more information. To win in sports, you must adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Why not let Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, help you create a game plan for financial success? Call 828-287-9197 and get started today. That's Andrew Tisdale at Edward Jones Financial Advisor, 828-287-9197.
BAM! That's the sound of the Chase High Trojans pounding the lines. It's also the call letters of brick and mortar marketing. Based in Rutherford County, BAM LLC is here to serve local retailers, even schools and churches, with on-site event support. With spin-to-win wheels, popcorn machine, our 8-foot inflatables Handy Randy and Barbecue, and MC and Facebook Live video support, BAM LLC can help make your event memorable. And be sure to watch for Bam Bam, the little truck that could, at the Forest City Christmas Parade, Sunday, November 27th. Share your photo of Bam Bam on our Facebook page for prizes. Call 713-9061 today. Go Trojans from BAM LLC.
WCAB.
Welcome back, football fans, to Friday Night Lights, Thursday night edition. Here at halftime, here at Chase High School, the Trojans leading Robinson 14-0. Quick score update. Reidsville scores on the first play of the second quarter on a 4-yard touchdown run by their quarterback Al Lee, and they lead Providence Grove 7-0. That game's early in the second quarter. That came after Providence Grove drove down and missed a field goal. Here at Allen Stadium, it's been the Jaden Rudisell show along with the Chase defense. Rudisell's got 2 touchdown runs on the night, 72 yards and 35 yards, and he just broke off about a 55-yarder just a couple minutes ago right before halftime to keep the Bulldogs from getting the ball back for another scoring chance. Terry, you called it. You said this would be low scoring and 2 quick scores by Chase, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So really good job at both these defenses. Robinson, they've made it clear what they're going to do. They're going to load the box up, 6-man front, 5-man front. They're going to put 9 in the box, 10 in the box on occasion. They're going to make you throw the ball. So, like I said, good start for the Trojans, especially after the way that first possession went. For the Bulldogs. Like I said, they took the kickoff and were able to keep the ball after fumbling, and they started the drive inside the Chase 30. But it was all Trojans after that first down run that Robinson had. I'm thinking about Reese from Providence Grove now. So like I said, right now at halftime, it's Chase 14, Robinson 0. We've got about 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go until we start the clock for 3 minutes. So they'll come out and warm up for a little bit. So we'll take a break, hear from a couple more sponsors, and we'll be back in a minute.
Let Cole's Carpet and Floor Covering go to work for you. They offer quality products like Shaw, Mannington, Bruce Hardwood Floors, and many more. They have a great selection of in-stock merchandise to choose from. You always get excellent service and professional installation. Call 828-248-2095. Cole's Carpet and Floor Covering on Chase High Road in Sandy Mush.
Stop in and visit Tanya and Rose at Foothills Family Hardware Store. With over 65,000 items in stock, they offer an extensive fastener section, including metric and chrome. They have outdoor bagged products, a vast assortment of soils and mulches. They also have a variety of locally handcrafted home decor, signs, and gifts for the entire family. Open 7 days a week, a family-owned business at 131 East Main Street in downtown Forest City. Call them at 245-6496. Extra parking is in the back. And Diva the Hardware Dog is anxiously awaiting your visit. At Isothermal Community College, your career starts here. Want to get into a high-demand field with good pay? Check out our pathways in the fields of healthcare and nursing, public services like EMT and law enforcement, advanced manufacturing, and information technologies. Your dream is our mission. Let us help you find the path. Plus, with the Powers Promise, residents of Rutherford and Polk counties can attend tuition-free. For details, call 828-395-4193 or visit isothermal.edu/enroll today. There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
WCAB.
Welcome back, football fans. It's halftime here at Allen Stadium. The Trojans lead the Bulldogs of Robinson 14-0. Got about 8 minutes left for halftime, and this could be the final home game for some of these Chase Trojan seniors, so we'll recognize them here while we have a chance. Number 2, Brennan Kingery, senior tight end defensive lineman. Number 4, Anthony Smith, senior running back, linebacker. Number 6, Marquise McCombs, running back, defensive back. Senior number 7, Brennan Austin, a running back, linebacker. Number 8, senior Isaiah Dodd, wide receiver, defensive back. Number 9, Tavon Durisma, a senior wide receiver, defensive back. And number 10, Jalen Rudiful, a senior quarterback, defensive back. Also have a senior number 16, Cameron Mills, tight end, defensive lineman. Senior number 17, Carter Chapman, plays tight end and linebacker. Number 22, Germany Harris, tight end and linebacker. Number 48, Weston Smith, a tight end defensive lineman. Number 50, Hayden Galloway, an offensive defensive lineman. Also have senior number 66, Caden Metz, offensive defensive lineman. 68, Elijah Buford, offensive defensive lineman. Senior 70, Chris Lee, offensive defensive lineman. And number 74, Reagan McCraney, a senior offensive defensive lineman. And senior kicker, number 85, Brian Sixtos. The principal of Chase High School, Kevin Bradley. Head coach, Chris Cogdill. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks is Tyrese Brooks. Offensive line, offensive coordinator, Jordan Rumfeld. Offensive line coach, Jeff McCraney. Wide receiver, Todd Frazier. Tight ends, Thomas Crawford. Defensive line coached by David Paddock and Michael Short. Linebackers, Dirk Thomas, Marquise Cash. Defensive backs, Daniel Bailey, Tuba Boykins. Athletic director, Daniel Bailey. First responder, Lindsey Guffey. Video, Caden Hampton, Mackie Flynn. And assistant athletic director, Brian White. Equipment manager, Brad Jones. Hopefully, it may not have another chance to be here at home tonight at Allen Stadium unless some things really fall in their favor.
Well, I've got some good news. After Reidsville scored, Providence Grove has struck right back. That game is now 7-7. They're still early in the second quarter. But like I say, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Providence Grove is not bad. They've got a pair of brothers, and they are really good. I don't think they're twins, but they are really good, really athletic. So once again, that's 7-7 between Reidsville and Providence Grove. Another score, East Lincoln just all over Tuscola, 14-0 early in that one. Like I said, most of the games are just now getting started around 7. So as those games get rolling, we'll get you as many scores as we can from them.
So far, everyone who made the call to play this game at 6 o'clock on Thursday is looking like a genius.
They are.
Weather hasn't been bad. It may rain tomorrow and just really, really go terrible. But so far, it's been drizzly, it's been wet, but it hasn't been a bad night for football at all. I think tomorrow's supposed to be rainy, windy, and all that good stuff.
Well, the good thing about working in a school is Veterans Day. We're thankful for our veterans. Schools are closed. So I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to sleep in the morning, and I'm going to let the rain keep me asleep in the morning, hopefully.
That sounds like a winning day right there. Can't beat it. And if we do have to go on the road next week, it's a pretty good haul, but we'll hopefully be there so you can stay at home and listen to it if you don't want to make that trip. I think it's, about 3 hours, 3.5?
Between 2.5 and 3. So it's not a fun drive, but it's a drive that we'll happily make to go see this Trojans team another round.
And we want to know how good was Chase right now. Defensively, they're still looking like one of the better teams in the state of North Carolina, I think.
Well, and offensively, you say, oh, well, they only have 14 points. We're talking about a team that gives up 8-9 points a game.
Right. So
they've already eclipsed that. So, and remind you that 10 points a game they give up, it includes that 33-point effort against Independence where they gave up 33.
Since that game, they gave about 8 a game, 2 shutouts. You know, the one game they gave up double digits was a overtime game. They gave up 27 points, I think, in that game. So good defense out there, and they're showing that. And I don't know if they've stacked the box like that the entire year or not, but they're doing it tonight, and it's paid off after those first 2 drives by the Trojans. Really been looking pretty good.
Well, I highly doubt that with that defensive front they've had, they faced an opponent who has the ability to run the football like Chase, to where they would have to put 10 in the box, 9 in the box. So that's the ultimate sign of respect for this Chase offense.
Yes.
They're scared to death of that running attack. So.
And last week you said it was a big third quarter for Robinson that won the ball game. So I guess if Chase can come out of this third quarter maybe with a 21-0, 21-7 lead, they should be in pretty good shape, I think.
I think so. You know, it's going to be hard to throw the ball and come back tonight. So if you can if Chase can come out, take this opening kickoff down, score, it's going to be really hard for Robinson to come back and score that many points.
I'm going to call another kickoff return here to start the third quarter, just like last week. You know, if Rudolph was out there, or maybe even Charisma, or one of them may run this kickoff back, and I'll just about take the air out of the sails.
And remind you, this is a 14-0 game against a really good defense, and possibly Chase's best offensive threat. Tavon Charisma's not touched the ball.
Exactly.
So, you know, and it's not necessarily anything Robinson's done. It's just the weather.
Right.
So, you know, if Chase can find a way to get him the ball, they're going to be even more dangerous here in this second half.
Rain's still coming down. At least we can see it's not foggy. It's just a cold, wet, hurricane-type rain. Nicole wanted to come watch some football tonight, I guess, and she's enjoying her view here from the farm. Hopefully we can continue going on with the Trojans. Rutherford County football making its way to, I believe it's Raleigh or Chapel Hill for some state championship games. Love to be there. Anytime you're practicing football after Thanksgiving is always a good sign. Oh, we're two weeks away from Thanksgiving tonight, aren't we?
We are.
Wow.
We are. It's coming up quick. So, well, we got about a little over, I'd say probably about 4 minutes left. Chase is just now coming back onto the behind one of the goalposts now. So we'll take another timeout. We'll be back in just a minute.
Cold weather coming on strong. It's time to think about getting your fuel delivered on time. Depend on Phillips and Loying Fuel Company. Phillips and Loying Fuel Company can be your cold weather friend with propane, fuel oil, and kerosene delivered when you need it. 2 locations to serve you, 2379 Harris Henrietta Road, Mooresboro, and 421 South Alabama Avenue in Chesney. Phillips and Loying Fuel Company, cheering Chase Trojans on to victory.
Robbins Auto Parts is your auto parts headquarters, located at 1891 Harris Henrietta Road in Henrietta. They're your team of professional auto parts dealers for Rutherford County. They have a commitment to serving their customers with the auto parts they need, both new and used. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Visit them today at 1891 Harris Henrietta Road in Henrietta, or call them at 828-657-5732. Robbins Auto Parts keeps you rolling.
Do yourself a favor and stop by Scrappy's Food and Fuel. If you'd like a great hot dog or hand-breaded chicken tenders and onion rings, or maybe a juicy hamburger, then your next stop should be Scrappy's Food and Fuel. Full breakfast served Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. You really need to check out their menu for other choices. The store is open till 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday for your favorite snacks and gasoline fill-ups. Scrappy's Food and Fuel is on the corner of Chase High Road and Highway 221.
You know who's the best for dependable, complete, and professional auto service. Tri-City Tire Service. Their years of experience and positive customer service shows. Tri-City Tire offers complete auto service and brakes, alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, and more. Under the same roof, Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment. They handle mowers and power equipment by Red Max. Get your colored mulch, stone, Wolverine boots for ladies and men at Tri-City Power Equipment. Make it your one-stop shop. Visit Tri-City Tire and Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment today at 221 Daniel Road in Forest City. The number is 287-8778.
WCAB Rutherfordton.
Welcome back. WCAB 100.9 FM, 590 AM. It's halftime here at the farm. The Trojans lead the Bulldogs of Robinson 14-0. It was two quick scores by Jalen Rudel, so he took it in 72 yards, making it 7-0 after the six-toes kick, and then 35 yards, making it 14-0. And we thought that Chase was going to once again run away with this ball game. It seems like they ought to be up by more than 14-0. But Robinson made the adjustment, piling everybody into the middle of the field, making it hard for Chase to run the ball, almost impossible to run since those first two scores. So we'll see what kind of adjustments were made at halftime by Coach Cogdell. He's going to spread things out a little more, open up more room. Is Robinson going to try to throw the ball more? Right? It's all a game of chances here now.
Well, we thought the comparison I made earlier was this game reminded me of the Chase Hendersonville game. Chase had a narrow lead for 3/4 of that one, and in that fourth quarter they just put the game away. So a very similar feel. Of course, that was another Thursday night game. But if you're the Trojans, you're happy where you are right now. Another update from that Providence Grove-Reidsville game. Providence Grove has converted on a field goal, and they now lead the Rams 10-7, and that's late in the second quarter.
All right, we're getting ready. They got the 40 seconds left on the clock. I think they've already reset the 3 minutes, haven't they?
Yeah, I believe they have. So we're literally less than 30 seconds away from kickoff, or from the kickoff of the second half. So one more break from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with second half action.
Weather coming on strong. It's time to think about getting your fuel delivered on time. Depend on Phillips and Loring Fuel Company. Phillips and Loring Fuel Company can be your cold weather friend with propane, fuel oil, and kerosene delivered when you need it. 2 locations to serve you: 2379 Harris Henrietta Road, Mooresboro, and 421 South Alabama Avenue in Chesney. Phillips and Loring Fuel Company, cheering Chase Trojans on to victory.
WCAB Rutherfordton.
Welcome back. About to get the second half underway. 14-0. Trojans on top of the Bulldogs. Chase is going to receive the second half kickoff, and I believe if they can take this down and get a score out of it, that'll just about do it. It's going to be an uphill climb for Robin after that. And 14-0 is a quick 14-0 score. Chase jumped on top early. 2 Jalen Rudolph touchdowns, one from 72 yards, one from 35 yards out. And after that, the Bulldogs put the clamps on defensively a little bit, started using those 2 big monsters they got in the middle and clogging things up.
I think it's going to be crucial here. The Trojans have to be on high alert for an onside kick, a squib kick. I don't think this is going to be a straight kickoff from the Bulldogs here.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. This will be their first kickoff. Let's see who the Trojans send back. Normally it's Durisma.
The usual suspects, Durisma and Rudisell.
Yep. So if the Bulldogs are smart, they won't kick it to Rudisell, and then you don't want to kick it to Durisma either. He's just as dangerous, probably have more kick returns than anybody in the area. And it's about to Chase front is ready for the onside kick.
Yeah, like I said, it's tough to grab that wet football on the bounce, but you've got to be ready for it here because I just don't think this is going to be a straight kickoff. 24 minutes for the Trojans to move on here. We have a whistle ball blown off the tee. Must be getting a little windy down there. It's hard to tell from up here. You see some puddles blowing around a little bit. I don't know if that's from the rain or the cheerleaders out there. Small crowd here tonight, but, it's hard to get here on a Thursday night in the rain. There's a kick. Left-footed kicker's going to get a little squab to kick. It's going to roll, stay in bounds, taking it at the 10-yard line. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 19. Good move by Jahari Mosley, keep him taking a big hit down there. Left-footed kicker. We're seeing a lot of left-footed kickers this year. Used to hardly ever see any. And now you got some people that can probably kick both-footed. Amber-footed, I guess. As you call it. Well, the Trojans, big drive here, I think, going a long way to deciding this ball game. It's still only a 2-touchdown game. Yeah, that was a bit of a lucky break there for Robinson as that ball bounced in instead of bouncing out. It could have easily went out of bounds.
Trojans have it at the 19, 1st and 10. It's going to be Rudolph in at quarterback with Austin in on his right side. 2 receivers to the right. Trojans on the left hash here. It's going to be Rudolph again, going to take it. Falls and blocks, has an opening to the outside. Staying on his feet, turning his leg to the 27. running hard.
The only reason these plays aren't breaking like they were earlier is Robinson has done a better job of spreading things out with this defense. So it's kind of a 6-3 look a lot of the time. You know, that's 6 down linemen. Now, in reality, there's only 4 down linemen out there and several linebackers. They are bringing the safeties down, and there's just enough congestion to keep this play from breaking off.
And both of Rudolph's touchdowns went to the right side of the line. This time he tried the left. 2nd and 2. Rudolph again takes it, has one man to beat. He's out into the clear. Can he get through the middle? Stays on his feet and be hit at the 40 and dragged down there as he crosses midfield. That's going to get Rudolph 200-plus yards on the night, I believe.
That time, Rudolph, there was a man there. He was one-on-one with the middle linebacker. He put out a beautiful juke move to get by that linebacker and to get the big gain.
1st and 10. Trojans on the move here, opening drive of the third quarter, leading at 14-0. Official trying to wind the clock. There you go. They got it going now.
Real quick, Burns strikes first over Shelby. That game's 7-0.
Not surprised. That's Rudolph again, right side. He's on a stutter step, trying to find his way. He's going to pick up about 13 yards on that carry inside the 25.
And I think one thing that's key to remember here is Rudolph does not have to break the big one. If they're sustaining drives, they're wearing down that Robinson line, and we're going to see a couple more big plays once that defensive line gets wore down.
That's exactly right, and they're leaving less time on the clock for the Bulldogs. That's another 1st down. There we go. This time it's going to be Austin left side trying to get outside. He's nowhere to go. Big defense is stopped by the Bulldogs. No gain on the play. Not very often you say that for this Chase offense.
You don't, but what I like there, the Trojans, they're not afraid to run at number 35, the big 4-star guy, doing a good job there, going after him and saying, okay, we know you're wore down. Can you still make the plays?
And Rudolph takes the hand off Austin, picks up a block to the right side. He's hit to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Rudolph for the 3rd time tonight from 24 yards out this time.
It is not often that you can run the same play 3 different times and have 3 runs of 30 yards or more each time for touchdowns. That is absolutely incredible blocking there by the offensive line.
Yeah, big opening. I mean, he's going in untouched on these touchdown runs. Once he breaks that line of scrimmage, he's gone. And what do you do if you're Robinson? Do you maybe spy him the rest of the game? Put somebody on him?
I just don't think you can do that. I'll tell you one in a minute.
I knew the kick was good. I already had it written down in my book.
That makes it Chase 21, Robinson 0, 9:55 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in just a moment.
When your busy schedule means no time to cook, but the kids need their veggies, Wayne's Lunchbox has a solution for supper. With 5 different meat choices and so many vegetable sides to choose from, everybody will be happy. Me and my nephew love that broccoli casserole. And of course, lunchtime, along with hot dogs, hamburgers, and other delicious sandwiches, Wayne's has a smaller meat and veggie lunch menu. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 till 2, supper 3 to 7. Call on Wayne's for catering events. They're on East Main Street in Spindale. Order ahead at 828-395-2225. And Wayne's Lunchbox is now taking orders for Thanksgiving, so get your orders in.
WCAB.
Welcome back, football fans. It's Thursday night edition of Friday Football Frenzy. The Trojans now lead at 21-0 with 9:55 to go in the third quarter. Took the opening drive of the third quarter, took it in. Jalen Rudolph for the 3rd time tonight in the end zone. And here's the kickoff going to be taken at the 15-yard line with a head of steam. He's up to the 25, cuts it outside to the 30. Going to go out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So a 23-yard return on the kickoff.
Chase has done a much better job covering kickoff since that opening kickoff. Now, to go back to your point you were making, you were asking, do you put a spy on them? I think the only reason you can't do that is because you're taking one more guy from the other side to go spy Rudolph, and you just open up the running lanes there for Brendan Austin or whoever's at running back at that point.
That might be what the Trojans are hoping happens here in the rest of this game. Is it too early for the Bulldogs to start throwing it now? They're down 3 touchdowns. Oh, quick blitz right at the middle. That's a pitch to the outside. He has some room there. Can he get the corner? There he goes. He's to the 50. One man to beat. Crosses the 30. He's going to be tackled down. Stays on his feet. Still running. And a flag comes out.
So that's that Wildcat formation with Dover, the big guy that's a 4-star. But we've got 2 flags, one down there on the tackle and one back here by the line of scrimmage. This one at the line of scrimmage is definitely a hold. There's no question about it. That one down there is going to be a face mask. I'm just not sure on who.
Yeah, he put an arm out there for a straight arm, and he may have gotten the face mask unintentionally. But the Trojans that time rushed right at the middle with a blitz, and they took it outside. Good play call for the Bulldogs. This will be a big penalty call here. They'll call that against the Trojans. Face mask against Trojans.
See, that's interesting. They just called an illegal block in the back on the Trojans because I guess they're saying they pushed a Robinson blocker in the back. Now, that's a ridiculous call, and I'm going to tell you why. There was only one player over there, and he was being blocked by 2 guys. There was no chance for him to even push the player in the back. He was being held. No way around it. That's just a bad call.
Ball at the 6, and the Bulldogs are hurrying up. The chains aren't even set yet. The officials are holding them up, but they ran right up to the line of scrimmage, hoping to catch somebody off guard here. So best chance of the night for the Bulldogs to score. It's going to be Rice going to carry to the 5-yard line. The Trojans trying to wrap him up. He's finally going to be thrown down by about 4 Trojans.
So essentially what this is, in my opinion, is this is a last gasp for Robinson. If Chase finds a way to get a stop, I think it's going to just absolutely destroy Robinson.
I think so. Score here make it 21-7. Still a ball game with most of the third quarter here still to go. Ball's at the 5, 2nd and goal. Love to see the Trojans with a stop here. There's a quick snap. The big guy's going to have it, going to carry it down near the goal line. He's going to be stopped short. Ball is on the ground. Was he down? Did they blow the whistle?
Yeah, I'd say they're rolling him down. So I believe it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2, I think.
That's Hobbs with the carry. I believe the big guy. Possibly heading to the Tar Heels. Hope he goes there instead of Alabama or Auburn or somewhere. Enough talent gets out of these 2 states already.
Bit of bad news. Reidsville scores right before the break. They go up 14-10. Burns is now at 14-0.
3rd and goal from the 2. They've got the big guy. As quarterback keeper, Lee's going to take it himself. Pushes forward. He's in the end zone. Bulldogs get their first score of the night with 8:10 to go, and they're trying to make a game of it here.
Yeah, I think they caught everyone off guard by having Lee keep it. He's not kept it all night. So a bit of a shocker there.
2-yard touchdown run by Lee. See if they go for 2. They're going to come out there and kick it, it looks like. Chase not wrapping this one up just yet with 8:10 to go. Big extra kick coming on. Quick rush up the right side. Kick is up and kick is good. 8:10 to go. It's 21-7 now. Trojans on top of the Bulldogs. We'll be back after this.
Ellenboro Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention is Saturday, November the 19th at Ellenboro Elementary School. Doors open at 5 with music beginning at 6. The New Ground Riders will open the convention. Admission is $10 and kids 10 and under free. Several bands will be competing for prizes. There will be trophies awarded in 9 different categories. That's the Ellenboro Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention, Saturday, November the 19th at Ellenboro Elementary School, 813 Piney Mountain Road, Ellenboro. Proceeds benefit Ellenboro Elementary School. Visit the Ellenboro Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention Facebook page for more information.
WCAB.
Sound like a fun time, the Fiddlers Bluegrass Convention.
And as someone who serves on that committee, has been to the last 4 or 5, I believe, I can tell you it is a fun time, so come on out. We'd love to see you there.
Here's a kick now. Bulldogs kicking it left to right. 21-7 our score. It's still a ball game. That left footed kicker's going to kick it to Durisma at the 2. Going to run it straight up the middle. Look, oh, he runs head on into the 25-yard line. He stopped there immediately. I think he tried to cut and couldn't go anywhere. He kind of ran right straight into the defender.
He did.
So going to be 1st and 10 for the Trojans. If they get a long, methodical drive here, if they just take it in just a hurry.
This is kind of going back to what I said pregame. Robinson can score points in a hurry. Chase has got to make sure that one score does not turn into 3 right here. They need a good drive to at least flip the field here.
We'll have to say Robinson is a third-quarter team, I guess. At least it's playing out that way again. 8:03 to go. Still plenty of time in this ball game. That's going to be Rudelsel, right side. This time they're going to stop him for a short gain on the play. He tried to find something on the right. Nowhere to go. Field's still holding up pretty good out there. I guess because there's not been a lot of action on the middle. It's all been quick strikes. 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. 7.5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Chase 2-touchdown lead and the ball. In no hurry right now. Bruce is going to keep it this time left side stutter. Then again wrapped up by the defense after a short gain.
Yeah, Robinson has made a bit of an adjustment from that last drive. Now they've kind of tightened that defensive line back up. They're playing more linebackers than they are defensive linemen, and that's made it a little more challenging for the Trojans to run the ball.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 9 now. But they got Brennan Austin in there with Jalen Rudelsel. What do they pull out here on 3rd and 9? It's mostly been Rudelsel with most of the carries tonight. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw a little pass out in the flat. It's going to be
incomplete.
So a chance for the Bulldogs here to get the ball back. 3 and out for the Trojans.
Even if Charisma had caught that, there was nowhere for him to go. So that Robinson defense kind of showed up. They're trying to get their fans amped up a little bit, get that sideline pumped up. They've got the momentum now, and so it's going to be important that Chase find a way to get a stop defensively.
Yeah, their fans have doubled over there. They have about 52, I believe, now on the opposing side.
And they just showed up a little late.
In traffic. Arnold Schwarzenegger can attest to that. There's a high snap, but he gets down. As the rush is off, down is blocked and going to be picked up. No, it's going to be falling on at the 15-yard line. So, special teams comes up big for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was just too much time taken to punt that ball away. That was too many steps, and you can't give this Robinson special teams unit with that much speed and athleticism that long to get back there to try to block that kick.
I wonder if big third quarters have been a big thing for them all year. I didn't look into that, so I'd like to know how they fared the rest of the game.
Yeah, these Trojans, they are in for a dogfight now. It looked like they were going to roll over this team, but just like I talked about, they can score in bunches. So Chase needs to find a way to get a stop here and regain this momentum. Looks like they're going to stick with that jumbo formation here.
Probably 4-down territory. There it is. It's going to be a pass and ends on wide open at the 5. Caught, touchdown. A little quick pass play that pulled down out of the bag of tricks. And just like that, with the extra point, it's going to be a 7-point game.
For once, I'm not happy about being right, Terry. You know, I talked about it. I said this team can score in bunches, and this is 2 touchdowns in less than 90 seconds.
I know you didn't say that in the first half, did you?
I did not. Never had to even worry about it.
14-yard pass, and Chase finds himself in a battle here for the first time in a while. There's a big extra point coming up. Rush on the right side, but the kick is going to be up, and it's true, and 6:23 to go. It's now a 21-14 ball game. Trojans still on top. We'll be back after this.
Bam! That's the sound of the Chase High Trojans pounding the lines. It's also the call letters of Brick and Mortar Marketing. Based in Rutherford County, BAM LLC is here to serve local retailers, even schools and churches, with on-site event support. With spin-to-win wheels, popcorn machine, our 8-foot inflatables Handy Randy and Barbecue, and MC and Facebook Live video support, BAM LLC can help make your event memorable. And be sure to watch for Bam Bam, the little truck that could, at the Forest City Christmas Parade, Sunday, November 27th. Share your photo of Bam Bam on our Facebook page for prizes. Call 713-9061 today. Go Trojans from BAM LLC.
WCAB.
All right, gut check time here for the Trojans, 21-14. Bulldogs have 14 unanswered points. The kick is taken at the 11-yard line. Looks like DeRisma's going to bring it right up the middle. Has a tackle, has a man to beat. He's to the 50 and could go. That may be the answer there. Has one man to beat at the corner to the 20, 15, 10, touchdown.
Now, you want to know how you stop a scoring streak? That's how you do it. A quick strike play, like a kickoff return. That kills the momentum. That puts Robinson back down 2 scores. All the pressure goes back to them. Excellent play by DeRisma. Great blocking. Phenomenal job there by the Chase Special Teams unit.
You don't know who to kick it to on that kick return team. I'm going to go ahead and write this down, 28-0, waiting to kick, but that's the way you answer it. Back to a 2-point game now, and that's got to take a little bit of life out of that Bulldog team.
It did. Anytime you captured momentum like that and have that happen. So big-time response there by the Trojans.
It was looking like he just returned it like last time, straight up the middle, and nobody hit him that time. Kick is up and good. 6:09 to go, and just like that, a Trojan strike again, 28-14. We'll be back after this.
Let Kohl's Carpet and Floor Covering go to work for you. They offer quality products like Shaw, Mannington, Bruce Hardwood Floors, and many more. They have a great selection of in-stock merchandise to choose from. You always get excellent service and professional installation. Call 828-248-2095. Kohl's Carpet and Floor Covering on Chase High Road in Sandy Mush.
WCAB.
We're back here at Chase High School. Tavon DeRisma with a long kickoff return to put the Trojans back up 28-14 with just over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. That I cannot oversell how big of a play that was by DeRisma there.
89 yards on the return. Maybe touched the jersey on his way through, and that was it. He outrun the secondary, or outrun the kicker, I guess. Now defense needs to come out with a big stop here. Here's ball taken, dropped at the 5, now picked up. Sometimes that'll mess up your coverage. Right back up the middle, but the Trojans are there. Going to stop him at about the 26-yard line. Time for this Trojan defense now to make a statement.
Couple score updates. Crest lead Oak Grove 7-0. Bunker Hill over CSD 14-7. East Surrey leads Hendersonville 7-6. East Lincoln 21-0 over Tuscola. Still 14-0 between the Bulldogs and the Golden Lions.
Not Reagan McCraney out there on the defense. I bet he's asked to go out there probably to make this stop.
He's hungry.
1st and 10. Back to the I formation now. Go away from the jumbo. There's a right-hand sweep by Wright. Getting a little bit of yards.
We're going to get a hold there. They are going to call this one. I believe it was number 13. The wide receiver over there, he grabbed a hold of Brendan Austin and said, I'm going to hug you for a minute.
That's the only way they can stop Austin on that end anyway. He's been in there all night making stops. That's going to help. Critical drive here for Robinson. J-Rob is the coup people call him. Guess I better quit saying that because I'm probably not cool enough. Field looking really good out there still after all this rain we had today.
It is. And, hey, I got to say, these Trojan fans have showed up, and they are making noise. They're trying to guide this defense here to a big stop.
There's a snap, little end around. This time Wright's going to the left, stringing it out, but he's not going to get there.
Hey, for the first time, we see a receiver come in motion and fake that jet sweep action like we talked about pregame. And Chase did not chase that sugar. Did an outstanding job of shutting that run down.
You know, sugar and rain don't go good together.
It does dissolve.
It's second down.
That's how you make sweet tea.
Lost a yard on the play. 2nd and 23. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Big stop here by the Trojan defense could make a big difference. There's a handoff. This time they try to go at the middle off the left guard. He's drawn down. There comes the flag. A little bit too hard on the tackle.
Yeah, that was – can't do that. Cannot do that. That's just a bonehead play. There's no need for that. You've got the momentum. That's just such a bad play.
Personal foul is going to move it up 15 yards.
That is getting just a little bit too much in your emotion there on that.
There's calls it again, personal foul. Is that an automatic first down? They needed 23 and they got 15 out of it.
I don't believe that's an automatic first down.
I don't think it is either. They'll replay the down. It's going to be first and about.
Well, no, they count the down, so it's going to be third down here.
Yeah, that's third down and 7. That's a lot better than second and 23.
It is, but again, a good chance to get a stop here.
The ball's on the ground, picked up by Lee, and he has some room. Going to be short of the first down.
He is short. Once again, though, you talked about it on the kickoff, how that can mess your coverage up. That messed the Chase defense up, and they ended up over-pursuing, but a good job by Isaiah Dodd to make that hit. And I fully expect Robinson to go for this with that big jumbo package.
Third, fourth, and about 1. They're going to line up quick. They bring in 3 guys from the sideline. Not sure if they've had 3 guys go out or not. How many's in there?
I think they've got the right guys. Oh, there's no chance. There's no chance.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to be caught behind, though. 3 stays on his feet. He's going to get to the end zone. He's to the 20.
There is a flag back here. I'm almost positive that's going to be an ineligible man downfield.
Got to be.
And then, like I said, second flag. My dad's in here. He's making sure we don't miss that one as well.
I'm not even sure that the pass was the play that was called on that.
And so it is. I believe this one here on the near side is an eligible man downfield. And if you were watching, there were 4 men downfield. And when you run a jumbo set, there's no way you can have that many men downfield.
Again, that looked like that play was drawn up as a run. I think he just pulled that pass out of his hat.
He did. You're exactly right.
Good thinking on the Bulldogs, but that's going to that's a touchdown. Luckily, it's not going to count. That's going to come back off the board. It's going to back it up to the 31-yard line. Almost a ball game again. Chase trying to keep this 2-touchdown lead here.
And Robinson coach is pleading his case, but there's not much you can do there. There was 2 offensive linemen downfield, and you can't do that.
Right. They're going to talk about it here. They got to punt this one away. We'll take a quick timeout as they talk about it. Robinson takes their first timeout. We'll be right back.
Stop in and visit Tanya and Rose at Foothills Family Hardware Store. With over 65,000 items in stock, they offer an extensive fastener section, including metric and chrome. They have outdoor bagged products, a vast assortment of soils and mulches. They also have a variety of locally handcrafted home decor, signs, and gifts for the entire family. Open 7 days a week, a family-owned business at 131 East Main Street in downtown Forest City. Call them at 245-6496. Extra parking is in the back. And Diva the Hardware Dog is anxiously awaiting your visit.
WCAB.
Welcome back. 109 AM, 590 AM. Touchdown off the board for the Bulldogs. 3:56 to go. It's 28-14. Trojans on top. Robinson going for it, looks like, on 4th down and 5. Could be the ball game on the line here for the Bulldogs.
I said, there's no way this does not go to 35. There is no way. You do not go for it on 4th down and not give the ball to your best player. There is no way. This has got to be something over the middle, just something, a little seam, pop pass, whatever. This ball's going to 35. There's no way that it's not.
If you're the Trojans, you can't jump off sides here. There's a quick snap. Actually, they're going to throw it downfield. Has a man out there, and it's caught for the first down, and he could stay on his feet. He's going to be dragged down. Past the 30.
The field played a role on that play. The only reason he caught that pass is because the Chase safety on that side, when he made a break for the football, he slipped and fell to the ground. That's the only reason that pass was complete.
Pulling a pass out on 4th and 5 and picked up about 30. And no flag on the play, so the Bulldogs are going to have it around the 29-yard line. not going away. They're being like a pesky fly, aren't they?
Yeah, that was just a bit of bad luck there for the Trojans.
Yeah, they had it covered.
We do have an injury on the far side of the field. Looks like a Bulldog is down. So while they tend to him, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Isothermal Community College, your career starts here. Want to get into a high-demand field with good pay? Check out our pathways in the fields of healthcare and nursing, public services like EMT and law enforcement, advanced manufacturing, and information technologies. Your dream is our mission. Let us help you find the path. Plus, with the Powers Promise, residents of Rutherford and Polk counties can attend tuition-free. For details, call 828-395-4193 or visit isothermal.edu/enroll today.
WCAB.
Welcome back, football fans. It's Thursday night edition here. Rainy Nicole coming through here, causing some bad weather. So some games moved up to Thursday. Some games being played Friday. Some maybe even Saturday. Just whole weekend of high school football here. Round 2 of the playoffs.
Bit of a shocker in my mind. Burns has scored again. They go up 21-0 with just under 7 minutes left in the first half. I didn't think they could dominate Shelby 2 times in 3 weeks, but they are.
1st and 10 now. Robinson's going to take it, going to give to Wright. Stays on his feet, spins out of a tackle.
Fumbled. He fumbled. Chase football. That is recovered by the Trojans.
That could be the defensive play of the game there.
I'll tell you, I think that was Tavon DeRisma who just flew down from the safety spot. If it wasn't him, it was number 8. No, it was number 8, Isaiah Dye. He just flew back there and made that hit and caused that fumble.
Great job by the Trojan defense standing up strong after the big 4th and 5 pickup for the Bulldogs. We have 3:38 to go here in the third. It's a 2-touchdown lead, 28-14 for the Trojans. Robinson's going to...
I believe this might be a legal substitution against the Trojans. They run the 12th man off. Don't usually see that often. I saw an extra point attempt with that same thing. Unless this is on...
It's like the Risma toward the Bulldogs. Yeah, I'm going to mark off 5 yards against Robinson.
So it is an illegal substitution. It's just against Robinson.
Trying to get somebody on fast enough, and then didn't get the right numbers out there. So 1st and 5.
I was busy watching Chase run a guy off the field. I wasn't paying attention to what Robinson was doing.
Now back up now. Can the Trojans add to this 2-touchdown lead? That's going to be Rudolph looking for some block. He's going to be hit from behind. Tried to drag a defender with him for a couple of yards. Got some short pickup on that. Only needed 5. Got about 1, so it's going to be 2nd and 4.
But the important thing is keeping that clock moving. Don't necessarily have to. Now you don't really want a big play. You'd like to sustain something. And
no matter if you win by 14 or by 1, just got to move on to next week. Riddle's in there by himself. Going to go left this time. Looking for a hole. Going to push forward. I think he's going to be close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up. They need about a yard, it looks like.
But I tell you, number 10 for Robinson, you can tell he's been all over the field making tackles. His jersey is black on the back and white on the front.
Yes, it is. He's falling the wrong way. 3rd down and 2. We're down to 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Chase up 28-14. Haven't seen much of McSwain in that. Bruce is going to keep it himself. He's going to get to it. I think they may have stopped him. He stretched forward to about the 37. They're going to mark him at the 36.
Yeah, they
missed, short.
They missed that spot there. He rolled over on top of the Robinson defender, so that definitely should have been a yard farther downfield than what it was. So it should be 4th and 1, and I think the Trojans might consider going for it from there.
Yeah, they got a terrible mark on that one. He had the ball almost to the 37. Well, back to punt now. If we can get a good punt and flip the field.
Not exactly the drive you're looking for if you're the Trojans. You get 1st and 5. You'd like to think this team could pick up 5 yards.
There you go. This time he gets a kickoff. No rush this time. It's going to take just a dead bounce there at about the 32. Roll to the 31. Got a minute 32 to go in the first quarter. We'll stay right here so we don't miss anything.
I tell you, I'm a little surprised by why Robinson only rushed about 2 or 3 guys there. They've seen that they can get to the backfield. They blocked the last punt. But if you give Frazier time to punt it, he puts that ball, he skies it high. So even if you set up for a return, there's no chance for one.
Yeah, I don't think they knew what they were doing on that play. Well, minute 32 to go. Robinson gets an end zone here. That's going to be a tough fourth quarter.
Seems like Reedsville is finding its rhythm. They're up 21-10 now. They strike very quickly to open up the third quarter.
3 receivers to the left now. Robinson leaves in the backfield by himself. Going to throw a little screen pass. They're looking for the big man. 35 picked up ahead of steam. Going to run over some guys. Going to pick up about 9 yards. It goes out of bounds at the chain. I think it might be what's his name, Hobbs? The Hobbs show now.
David Hobbs, yep.
Maybe the Hobbs show for the rest of the game. Stops the clock at 1:23 to go. It does pick up a first down. Got about 11 yards on it.
He's showing these colleges that want him. He's saying, guys, I can play defense. I can come out and run tight end, fullback, whatever you need. I can do it for you.
He's going out now as a wide out to the left side. Playing him out wide. Got 3 receivers this side of the field. I bet they don't even look this way. They're on the left hash mark. There's another quick bubble screen. The number 7 has a block, maybe a hold. Goes to the 45. 7 pushing forward. Going to go at the. They're going to give him forward progress. They're going to mark him to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Tavon Derisman did a good job there of stopping him in his tracks. But I think you were right. They might have been a little jersey tug there by that receiver on that block.
So, Robinson's finally finding a way to move the ball here. It's 2nd and 5. Till gets nervous if they get in the end zone here. Third quarter winding down, 40 seconds to go. Lee has right in the backfield, going to give it to him. Left side sweep, going to just lower his shoulder, get what he can. No gain on the play.
I'll tell you, they are consistently giving it to Wright. And I know it's part of their offense, but there's just been nothing there for him all night.
Yeah, they keep trying him. I'm surprised. The passing game's working for him.
That credit goes to Chase defense. That front 6, front 7's playing really good tonight.
Still 3rd and 5 now.
He did not go across the line, so that's not going to be offside. Robinson wanted that call, but his helmet did not go across the ball.
And now Lee's going to go to the sideline. That's going to do it for the third quarter. We head to the fourth. Trojans 28. Robinson Bulldogs. Be back after these.
There are so many insurance agencies here and there, but to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
With cold weather coming on strong, it's time to think about getting your fuel delivered on time. Depend on Phillips & Loing Fuel Company. Phillips & Loing Fuel Company can be your cold weather friend with propane, fuel oil, and kerosene delivered when you need it. 2 locations to serve you, 2379 Harris Henrietta Road, Mooresboro, and 421 South Alabama Avenue in Chesney. Phillips & Loing Fuel Company, cheering Chase Trojans on to victory.
WCAB.
Welcome back. We've got 12 minutes to go here before one of these teams advances to round 3. That leads to round of 16. 3rd and 5 coming up here as we swap sides of the field. Bulldogs now going right to left. Got Lee in at quarterback. They're going back to the jumbo package.
They are. You got to be wary of that pass now. Cannot get beat again.
Direct snap to 35 Hobbs. He's going to be hitting the backfield and thrown down. Nowhere to go. Big loss on the play.
Brennan Austin. Say his name. We call it all the time on offense. Tonight, he's earning his paycheck on defense. doing an outstanding job. I mean, he just tackled a man that has to have 60 pounds
Yeah,
on
I
him.
was going to say 50, but you probably closer to 60.
Outstanding job.
Loss on the play, 4th down and 8 coming up.
There's no question this is go-for-it territory if they went for it on that last one. Cut real quick, Burns, 28, Shelby, 0. That game is not at halftime. This could be the game play right here. This could be the game ender.
4th and 8, they got all kind of motion going on. Timeout called, I believe, by Coach Cogdell. Just to look at the offense, see what they're doing. This timeout is called.
Another score update from Reidsville. Them Rams, they're starting to pull away. They lead Providence Grove 29-10 now. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
That's a good trip up that side of the state. He wants to head that way next week. If not, hopefully we'll be there. Bring you all the good news or bad news, whatever it's going to be.
And remember, these Trojans got to pull it out.
Leading at 28-14 right now with 11:05 to go. All going to come down to this, week 2.
A couple other ones. Salisbury's up on Pine Lake Prep, 7-0. This looks like Murphy, 16, East Wilkes 7, Bunker Hill 14-13. But this game, we're about to have this 4th down conversion, Terry. I'm telling you, this could be the game right here. Chase gets a stop. They've got a chance to put this game on ice.
I think so. This may take the air out of the sails of the Bulldogs here. Don't want to give up the touchdown. Just want to make this stop here. Two receivers wide left as they can go. It's caught.
See, that was tricky. That was sneaky. They kept moving all these players to the outside, but then nobody on the backside took care of the backside tight end.
Right in the middle. They caught that for a first down. That's still risky throwing the ball on 4th and 5, but.
Timeout is the injured Trojans down on the field. Can't quite tell who that is.
Came up limping on that play, or he's still down on that play.
Real quick, couple updates. Dudley leads South Point 7-6. Community School Davidson has taken a 20-14 lead over Bunker Hill midway through the second quarter. Oh, that's Carter Chapman. That is not good news.
That's a big guy to carry off the field. Yeah, he was down there. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
So Carter's going to be okay. He's the leading tackler, definitely one of the leaders.
Carter Chapman being helped off, and now we've got some back under play here. First down pickup crosses midfield to the Trojan 40-yard line where it's 1st and 10. Ford is checking in. Anthony Smith now back into the game, and number 16 checking in.
16, Carter was helping carry his buddy off the field.
Yeah.
Surprised the refs didn't give him a chance to get out there.
There's right to the outside. He has a man, but he cuts it outside, stays on his feet to the 25, and new life for this Bulldog offense. They're just not going away.
They are. See, they ran the ball over there to that side where Cameron Mills just sprinted from the sideline on. That's something the referee's got to realize, and they can't allow, that play to be moving that quickly.
I know he wasn't even said, I don't think, on that, so easy to block on that. 1st and 10. Ball is about the 25-yard line. They're on a ball is snapped away. The quarterback does a good, smart thing to fall on that one. If he tried to make something out of that, then no telling what would have happened. Again, I wonder if that's weather-related. Snap hit his hands, but it just went through him. Big break for the Trojan defense. 2nd 20 now. Have to get to just inside the 15 for a first down. So, again, 4-down territory, 2nd 20 coming up. Leaves going to direct his receivers, brings one in tight on the right hash, and they have
that's going to be offside that time. He definitely jumped into the neutral zone.
Got to give him 5 yards back. Again, them jerseys have to be kind of sticking to you now with all that rain and mud out there.
Oh, no, this is going to be a false start on the
Movement scared him enough to make him move. So that's going to make it tough now.
Not sure who he was looking to. Carter Chapman just turned around and gave a thumbs up to somebody in the stands, like he's going to get that ankle taped up. I believe he might come back out there in a couple plays.
Taking 25, Wright's going to get it left side, trying to cut it back. Not cut it upfield. He's going to pick up about 7 maybe on that play.
Good
One
job,
of the better.
Anthony Smith coming from the middle spot all the way over.
One of his better carries of the night. Trojans have held him in check, Wright, the running back. About time for the jumbo package again. 3rd down and 18. Getting close to 9 minutes to go here in the ball game.
Rob's just trying to get everybody moved around. They don't want to have to burn any time out.
They're on the left hash. It's going to be right again. Left side has a big hole. He's hit it to 30. Picked up a couple more yards. Forward.
Once again, big job of Anthony Smith. He's really stepped up with Carter Chapman on the sideline, picking up these last 2 tackles. I'm going to say it again. I think this 4th down could decide this ball game.
Seems to be every 4th down, it seems like, doesn't it? Reagan McCraney also out there pursuing. Like he's playing nose guard. You listen to WCAB, 590 AM, 100.9 FM. Hope you're sitting at home enjoying, not being out in this weather. 4th down and 14 coming up. Lee's going to drop back. Has some room.
He's going down. Who else could you expect but Reagan McCraney to step up and make a play? Big-time sack by the senior Duke commit. And it's going to be Chase Trojans football after an inspired stop defensively there.
Yes, it was. McCraney out there was getting some rest on defense, but he's out there now to close out this ball game. Now he's staying in there to anchor that offensive line. Big defensive stop that time by the Trojans.
Tell you, both of these teams, these guys have just got to be exhausted. This has been a physical, hard-fought ball game, and I can just imagine the tired legs these guys have right now.
There's Rudelsel. See if his legs are tired. He's going to be caught from behind. He may be a little tired himself.
It may not matter if his legs are tired. Once those 2 big guys get a hold of you for Robinson, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I think you're going to see that defensive front from Robinson putting on a show here in this 4th quarter, trying to get the ball back. Hobbs and White. A short gain on the play of 1. 2nd and 9. We're down to 8 minutes to go. Can the Trojans hold this ball or run some time off the clock? 20 seconds on the play clock. They're going to run it down as far as they can. There we go. Rudelsel looking for a hold. There he goes. He has a man to beat. He's to the 50. Turns on the speed at the 30. Can he beat the guy to the corner? He's going to do it. Sideline touchdown.
Yeah. Big time run. Big time plot. Jalen Rudelsel. Everybody says big time players make big time plays. Rudelsel has made a ton of big time plays tonight. He is the X factor.
70-yarder.
He is the key. He is the reason the Trojans, I believe, are going to walk out of here and head to that 3rd round matchup next week.
That should be enough there, but I'm sure Robinson's not going to quit. That's got to put him up near 300 yards on the night.
He's getting close. He's getting close, no question.
He's got a 70-yarder, 72-yarder, a 35-yarder, and a 24-yarder.
That's 200 right there. He is having a Marquise McCombs kind of night tonight.
Snap and kick, and good. We'll take a quick timeout and be back. Our score, Trojans 35, Bulldogs 14.
Robbins Auto Parts is your auto parts headquarters, located at 1891 Harris Henrietta Road in Henrietta. They're your team of professional auto parts dealers for Rutherford County. They have a commitment to serving their customers with the auto parts they need, both new and used. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Visit them today at 1891 Harris Henrietta Road in Henrietta or call them at 828-657-5732. Robbins Auto Parts keeps you rolling.
WCAB.
All right, big 70-yard touchdown run by Jalen Rudelsel. His 4th of the ball game, I believe. Yeah, his 4th of the game. Making it 35-14 Trojans. 7:29 to go.
And the good news doesn't end there. We just told you Reedsville had taken a 29-10 lead. Providence Grove has got one of those scores back, and that game's now 29-18 with 5:17 to go in the third quarter.
If Providence Grove can pull that out, it'll be at home next week for the Trojans if they continue this game. Runner almost falls down at the 6-yard line on the kickoff. He has some room to go. He dives forward to the 32.
Trojans did just enough to keep him under wraps there.
And Reedsville wins. They host.
Providence Grove wins. Chase hosts.
That'd be nice for them to come back and win that game somehow. Maybe a downpour up that way and help them out.
East Surrey, they lead Hendersonville 13-6, less than a minute go until halftime. So that's a good game over there as well.
Hendersonville with a shot. 1st and 10. Robinson. They see a lot of passing now. They're down 35-14. 7 minutes ago, they got to get a touchdown every 2 minutes here.
Looks to be a little confusion on what's happening here. They're missing a player. They're going to go trips to the right.
Now the quarterback.
They're going to have to quickly get this off.
There's a snap, throws the ball down the middle. It's going to be caught and immediately hit at the 34-yard line.
A big boo comes out from the Chase stands. They're not disappointed. That just is Anthony Smith's nickname. And they're letting him know that we saw you make that tackle.
Gain of 4. Pass was caught and immediately it's thrown to the ground. 2nd down and 6 now. Well-played ball game by both teams here tonight. Quarterback lead, throws out in the flat. It's going to be a caught and another immediate hit.
That was an excellent job. Isaiah Dodd passed off the slant, dropped down to the flat route, and made that immediate tackle.
It's going to be just a yard short, I believe, on the reception. It's close.
And just to give a quick update, Carter Chapman was back on the field there for those first 2 plays. He's going to come off now as the Trojans are going to play coverage here, I'm sure.
You know, if Chase wins this game, he won't feel that pain until tomorrow sometime. 3rd down and 5. That's right. Going to have the left side. Has a 1st down to the 40. Going to be spun forward to about the 44. Enough for a 1st down. We're down to 6:05 to go here in the ball game.
Obviously, if you're the Trojans, you'd like to have the ball back. But if you can force Robinson to take 3 plays to get a 1st down every time, they're going to run out of time real soon.
Ronnie used up almost 2 minutes on this drive. Lee's going to take the snap. Going to have time. Going to rush out of the pocket now. Chase from behind. Throws it downfield. Ball is tipped. Almost a miraculous catch at the 40.
Yeah, that ball went off Cade Davis's hand. He almost made that pick. And then, like you said, Robinson receiver almost made the catch. Give a call out to your guy. We haven't got to call him much. Named Germany Harris was applying the pressure there from the backside. He used the speed rush to get around that left tackle.
He's going to do something big here in a minute so he can be my hero of the game. Right now, I guess it's Rudolph and that offensive line for the Trojans. Stops the clock with the incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 now. We're under 6 minutes to go. Clock winding in favor of the Trojans. Lee, back to pass, throws it out. One-on-one coverage. Pass is going to be intercepted.
Oh.
Just almost intercepted. Pass was underthrown.
The Bulldogs seem to be trying to attack number 5, Cade Davis, but that's 2 plays in a row. He stood up and said, no, I'm sorry. Give me that PBU.
That's right. Davis out there. He's a junior, so he's then to be known he's going to be tough to deal with next year. Stops the clock again with 5:40 to go. We got 3rd and 10. I think they don't pick up this 1st down here. They may punt it away. He drops back. He has some time. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Going to go forward. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. He may have injured himself there.
Your guy is the reason that Lee had to step up, and he run right into Landon Barnes. Germany Harris provided the rush from the outside, forced Lee to step up, and he took off, and Barnes was waiting on him.
Now, since Germany Harris have a big game, I just didn't say he'd wait till the 4th quarter to do it. 4th down. They're going to go for it. If they fail here, Trojans can almost surely wrap this thing up.
Unless Rudisill decides to pick up another big touchdown run.
Here we go. Under 5 minutes to go. There's a snap. 4th down. 3-man rush it looks like. Now they're going to pressure him out of the pocket. Going to roll, directing traffic.
Oh.
He falls down.
He was sacked by the 33-yard line there. Somebody come up from the ground and grabbed his ankles and brought him down.
Who's the closest guy to him to get that sack, I guess?
I believe that was Landon Barnes there. So.
Wetfield's finally coming into play here on the offenses. So turnover on downs. The Trojans have 4:47 here to run the clock out.
Unfortunate news, Reidsville immediately answers that touchdown. They lead 36-18.
I think as long as Chase advances, they wouldn't care if they had to go to the moon to play next week, get to the 3rd round.
No question about it.
Rudisill staying out there.
Yeah, I'll be curious if we see McSwain a little bit more next Friday night with drier conditions, hopefully.
Probably so. There's going to be Austin with the carry right side. They've bottled him up pretty good tonight. Going to get up near the line of scrimmage and bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah. It seems like tonight Robinson's been so focused on keeping the running backs from beating them that they've not accounted for Rudisill from the quarterback position.
You may see Rudisill again here. He's on this to be one of his shorter touchdowns of the night. He has a 25-yarder. Go with 2 70-yarders. And the Trojans looking to move on to the round of 16. Going to let the clock run down. We're down to 4:05 to go in the ball game. Trojans up 35-14, finally putting this thing away here in the 4th. There's a bad snap. Rudisill's going to fall on it. Gets away from him, and he corrals it at the 47. Big loss on the play. First bad snap of the night for the Trojans.
It was, and, unfortunately, you lose a bunch of yards, but bright side, clock still running.
Looking at weather next week, and I think it may be rainy next Friday. I was looking earlier today. I'll try to look it up now and see what it's going to look like. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll be dry conditions. No hurricane at least.
Yep.
3:25 to go. Clock winding. Going to be 3rd down and 24. Will the Trojans throw it here or just try to get some yards on the ground? They're going to drop back. There's airing it out down in the corner, looking for, it's going to be, the receiver went defensive on that and knocked it away.
And DeRisman landed hard on his elbow. He gets up holding it, trying to shake it off.
DeRisman turned into a defender on that one. And we've got some early rain showers Friday morning, but it looks like it's supposed to rain next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday going into Friday. We may have wet field conditions up in Reidsville.
Well, if you tell me that Reidsville is going to have a hard time throwing the football because of weather, I'll take it.
Exactly. 4th down, 24. Another punt here for the Trojans. Don't know if the Bulldogs are going to come after it or not. They blocked one here tonight. Not going to get 3 touchdowns out of 1 block punt, I don't think. 3:05 to go.
Trojans haven't taken time out. They did not get their punt unit lined out there and lined up. So we'll take a quick break and be back to bring the final 3 minutes here in a moment.
Do yourself a favor and stop by Scrappy's Food and Fuel. If you'd like a great hot dog or hand-braided chicken tenders and onion rings, or maybe a juicy hamburger, then your next stop should be Scrappy's Food and Fuel. Full breakfast served Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. You really need to check out their menu for other choices. The store is open till 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday for your favorite snacks and gasoline fill-ups. Scrappy's Food and Fuel is on the corner of Chase High Road and Highway 221.
WCAB.
Welcome back, football fans. It's Thursday night edition, Friday Night Frenzy. Our score 35-14. Chase Trojans up over the Robinson Bulldogs. We've got 3 minutes and 5 seconds left before the Trojans move on to round 3, to round of 16.
Yep. Just a reminder, the last score update we did have was Reidsville 36, Providence Grove 18.
Looks like the Trojans may be traveling to Reidsville. That's a high snap.
I mean, all sides on Robinson. They tried to get a head start there on that punt block.
Move it up a little bit. Maybe he can down this thing inside the 5 somewhere. 1 second ran off the clock. We'll punt it again if they come after it one more time.
Chris leads Oak Grove 15-0. It's almost halftime there. Dudley leading South Point 21-13, I believe.
I forget we start at 6 o'clock when you say it's halftime at some of these games. There's a punt. It's going to bounce. He's touched and he's out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Another almost miscue on the punt. Try to pick that up on the bounce. I don't know if you want to do that on a wet field.
Yeah, that's tough to do.
Well, got 2 minutes to go. Will the Trojans get the ball back here, or Robinson close out the game on a drive? 35-14. Under 3 minutes to go. We're here at the farm, Allen Stadium, or Allen Field. Trojans trying to move on. Round 3. Glad you joined us here tonight. Hope in some way we entertained you over this dreary weather we got going everywhere around us. Unless you like rain, then it's a perfect night. So let's get a safety here. 1st and 10 from the 6. Bad snap. Ball's on the goal line. Quarterback's just going to take it and get back to the 5. Lost a yard on the pass. A tough place to lose a mishandle a snap.
I'll tell you, the only one of the benefits of playing on Thursday night, you know, the Trojans have had a couple guys banged up. This has been a physical game. They get an extra day of rest.
I was thinking it might be an advantage for all the teams playing tonight. Another thing, I think Reeves was probably here scouting this game tonight. I think I saw some guys earlier. There we go. Snap's going to be right up the middle. Cuts it outside. Has some room. He gets up to the 15-yard line. Now he's starting to get a little yardage, but his shirt is really dirty down there right now.
It is. Right at halftime, Hendersonville ties it up. That game's 13-13 with East Surrey.
I see Hendersonville advanced too. They had a pretty good team.
Sure did.
Clock down to 2 minutes. It's 1st and 10. Robinson's going to take the snap, going to give it to Wright, and he slips up and falls at the 10. Lost on the play.
That was a good idea. I know he didn't intentionally slip, but he might have, because Cameron Mills is running to him full speed, getting ready to lay the lumber.
Yeah, you can see the field starting to get marred up a little bit out there now between the hashes. But we got this game in. Brilliant call to play it on Thursday night before the rain moved in for good.
A lot of credit goes to Chase administration, Kevin Bradley, Tony Wall, Daniel Bailey, Brian White making this call.
2nd down and 15. There's Wright again, left side, going to cut it back. Follow some blocks, going to get back to the 15-yard line.
Well, let's say his name, number 55, Ty Kilgo, makes that tackle. He's in for the injured Carter Chapman. He doesn't get much love because he plays center. We only call his name when it's a bad snap. So,
that's right.
So exciting for him to get out there and make that tackle.
Reagan McCraney's still out there on defense, not taking any time off at all. Under a minute to go. Here we go, back to pass. Lee looks downfield, throws the pass. It's going to be caught. Guess who it is? Hobbs. He's got good hands for a big guy, doesn't he?
Yeah, that wingspan, I think, is about 12'8", because I don't know how he got back to that ball. It was behind him, and he was on his knees. So, outstanding catch. And, you know, like you said, Hobbs can do a little bit of everything.
Well, he plays basketball also. I bet he does.
That frame, I'd guarantee he posts up down low, and he's a problem.
35 seconds to go. About to close this game out here for the Trojans. It's been a good night here on Thursday night. He's going to drop back again, looking downfield. Has a man out there. It's going to be caught. Back shoulder fade. Catches it and goes out of bounds at the Trojan 48, 49-yard line.
Yeah, that ended up being a non-contested catch because, once again, the defensive back fell down. Slipped when he tried to turn around and make a play on the ball.
Yeah, it's getting rough out there now. Good thing this game's about over. Don't think it quit raining the entire game. So, clock at 21 seconds.
He did stop. He went out of bounds. So if you're wondering,
Bulldog's on the move. Has him to pass down the middle. It's going to be caught. Stays on his feet. He's to the 20-yard line. Inside the 20. He's in the red zone with 13 seconds to go. They're going to wonder if Bulldogs will use the timer here to try to score.
You know, I know that you've got this game in wraps, but I can promise Coach Cogdell does not want to give up a score here.
I gave up 15 last week that he didn't want to give up, so they want to keep this at 14. 35-14, well in hand for the Trojans. We'll take a timeout here called by the Bulldogs. We said one of these teams was going to wind up losing tonight after winning so many in a row, and it looks like it's going to be the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I definitely believe that Chase was the better team tonight. They were better up front despite those 7 stars over there on the defensive line for Robinson. Chase offensive line was better, and the Chase defensive line was a lot better. If you were listening this morning, I talked about I thought Chase had an advantage up front on both sides of the ball, and that's really been the difference tonight.
1st and 10, maybe a play or two left here. Robinson going to take the snap. Lee's going to drop back. Has rush up the right side. Throws it to the end zone. It's going to be knocked away. Almost intercepted at the 2.
Really good job there. Number 14, Devin Mosley. He broke that play up. He was one-on-one with the big guy, and he was able to make that PBU happen. And for one more play, keep the Bulldogs out of the end zone.
Like 6 defensive backs back there for the Trojans, trying to not give up this last touchdown.
Now, what I liked about that, though, was that Chase is saying, okay, you want to try to score, we're not going to sit back. They brought some pressure, and expect they'll bring a little bit more here.
Here it goes. Could be the final play of the ball game. 8.9 seconds. Lee's going to drop back. He is blitzed and hit. Safety blitz on that play. That's going to do it. Going to close it out here on a game-ending sack.
And that was number 7, Brandon Austin. He said, you want to take me away offensively? I'm going to let you know I'm still out here defensively.
Never saw him coming. Clock's going to close out at 0-0. We're going to have a final score of Trojans 35. Robinson Bulldogs 14. We'll take a couple of minutes here for sponsor and then wrap this up as the Trojans move on to the round of 16.
You know who's the best for dependable, complete, and professional auto service. Tri-City Tire Service. Their years of experience and positive customer service shows. Tri-City Tire offers complete auto service and brakes, alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, and more. Under the same roof, Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment. They handle mowers and power equipment by Red Max. Get your colored mulch, stone, Wolverine boots for ladies and men at Tri-City Power Equipment. Make it your one-stop shop. Visit Tri-City Tire and Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment today at 221 Daniel Road in Forest City. The number is 287-8778. When your busy schedule means no time to cook, but the kids need their veggies, Wayne's Lunchbox has a solution for supper. With 5 different meat choices and so many vegetable sides to choose from, everybody will be happy. Me and my nephew love that broccoli casserole. And of course, lunchtime, along with hot dogs, hamburgers, and other delicious sandwiches, Wayne's has a smaller meat and veggie lunch menu. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 till 2, supper 3 to 7. Call on Wayne's for catering events. They're on East Main Street in Spindale. Order ahead at 828-395-2225. And Wayne's Lunchbox is now taking orders for Thanksgiving, so get your orders in.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Andrew Tisdale, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we focus what's important to you. We create a personalized strategy backed by our advice, our tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we partner together to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me at any time at 828-287-9197. We'll sit down, talk, and we're going to make a strategy that's right for you.
WCAB.
Welcome back, football fans. Friday Night Frenzy, our final score, Chase 35, Robinson Bulldogs 14. We'll run down a couple of scores here before we get out of here for what we have available.
One of the main one fans are wanting to know, Reedsville and Providence Grove, where's Chase going to be next week? I'm pretty sure they're going to be at Reedsville, folks. Reedsville's just scored. They're up 44-18. There's 10 minutes left in that one, but there's not enough time for Providence Grove to come back, barring some sort of miracle. So I fully expect Chase at Reedsville in the third round next week. Burns all over Shelby, 28-0, just absolutely pouring it on. We've got East Surrey and Harrisville tied at 13 at the half. Community School Davidson leading Bunker Hill 26-21. Salisbury was up on Pine Lake Prep 21-0. Crest 15-0. Tuscola up on East Lincoln up on Tuscola 28-7. Robbinsville 20, Cherokee 6. Try to find you a South Point score real quick if I can get it to load. While I'm waiting on that to load, cannot talk enough about how good Rudisill was tonight. 4 touchdowns. The only one he didn't have was the Charisma kickoff return. Despite, Rudisill is definitely the player of the game, but I think the play of the game was that kickoff return. Everything was starting to kind of fall apart. It felt like for the Trojans, Robinson had scored twice in a row, so that big play from Charisma was huge. So 21-13 Dudley in the second quarter. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, Andrew Tisdale with Edward Jones, BAM LLC, Coles Carpet, Foothills Hardware, Ice Thermal Community College, Maxwell B. Hamrick, Phillips Lowing, Robbins Auto Parts, Scrappy's Food and Fuel, Tri-City Tire, Wayne's Lunchbox, and the Ellenboro Pillars Convention. Terry, that's all I've got tonight.